In a not too distant future, next Sunday AD, there was a
podcast
named
Manwich!
not too different from you or me.
It
Work at the Islamic Institute, just another
podcast.
in a red jumpsuit. He did a good job cleaning up the place, but his bosses didn't like him, so they shot him in his face. We'll send the cheesy
Inmates.
the worst we can find. We'll have to sit and
Listen to
them all, then we'll monitor his mind. Now keep in mind,
Manwich.
can't control whether
calls.
begin or end, because he used those special parts to make his
Podcast.
friends.
Podcast. Mike. Michelle. Ken. Rich.
You're wondering how he eats and breathes and other science facts. Then repeat to yourself, it's just a show. I should really just relax.
Manwich.
Besides Theater 3000.
Already got enough motion sickness.
Hey,
Well, this is Rich.
This is Mike.
This is Ken.
this is Michelle.
And this is
the
Manwich.
Show.
Show.
Whatever, man.
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on? Doing some science. 3000,
Tell you what.
right?
Yeah, Mystery Science.
They know what's going on.
Get
I
on
am
there. Get outta
fucking
here.
stoned.
Nice.
Dude, I was like obliterated.
I tell ya.
I'm going to tell you, dude. I seen some crazy shit on the way here.
What did you see?
Man, I'm going to tell you something. Do you ever have watched any movies where someone's clairvoyant and they were seeing something happen before it happened and they're telling you something and something's going to happen?
Deja vu?
Dude, man, this is some shit that was happening, man. No, man, I was just like, we're riding down the road and I was like, man, I could feel something happening, man, with this guy with this motorcycle. I was like, dude, something's going to happen with him. If I don't like keep my attention to him, I think something's gonna happen to him. And I keep watching him. I'm like, okay, whoa. I'm like, fuck, this guy, something's happening, right? Dad's watching. I thought he was gonna wipe out on that thing where you ride the cars up on the trailer thing, because he was getting so close to it. I'm like, dude, I could feel it. Like, no, it's warning me. And then it did. Then it happened.
He ran.
He was on the side of the road and he almost wiped out. He like snaked back and forth for quite a while. And I said, I better keep my attention on him, because if I don't keep staring at him, he's going to fall off his bike. So I kept staring at him. And he was fine. But we scared. Because he's right next to us. We were blowing by. Like, I'm like, Megan, get in the other lane or something. He's scaring me, man. But anyway, I seen that. And then all of a sudden, some more people are driving. I'm starting to feel like something's going to happen. And sure, I'm like, I picked the car. I'm like, dude, I feel like this car is just going to just go. And there's a car with one fender, part of the fender missing, dude. And I was like, I see him driving way over here. And it's like, I get that feeling again. I'm like, oh, it's him. It's him. Something's going to happen. And it was real close. And I said to myself, if I didn't pay close attention to this person, he was going to smash into somebody and cause me to get fucked up too. And I'm not even driving.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing of the thing was. I was like, Megan, stay away from that guy on a motorcycle.
Yeah, like a chain
So
reaction.
give me the
type
damn
thing.
give me the wheel, and I'll go over to the side.
Just turn off the road. Just go out down.
I was getting so
road.
nervous. Oh my God. And I was so paranoid. And I kept feeling that happening like over and over and over. And I'm watching somebody. I'm like, oh, he's about to jump out. I was like, I better stare at him because he's about to jump out. Nope, he didn't.
I don't know.
I feel if I didn't keep looking at him, the guy would have just jumped right out. And it was like the whole time. And I was like, and then on the way here, all the way these people drive, so fucking out of sync, man. So, look, you're fucking, are you there? Are you fucking home when you're driving down the fucking road? Because, God damn it, I'm driving. And these people are just like, doing all this weird shit in front of your ass and the side of you. You gotta really pay attention, like super hard, because man, these fucking people are just flying around. It's like I don't know, they're on their phone too, looking down and just like going in the other way. You're like, hey.
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to elude some of them potholes that just show up out of nowhere. They're deep.
They're just going in a straight line. Some of these people, but super slow. No, I'm just kidding. No, they're doing. There's weird shit happening, man. Like I said, this guy's just
I see most of
going
the weird
super
stuff at
fast
night.
for no reason, and then gonna fly through the cars like that.
I see the weird stuff at night. On average, in the first hour, I leave my house and drive down the road. I see like 4 cars without their headlights on. Not all in a row.
Wow.
But in different blocks and different times of my ride.
Oh, I got a question real quick. So when you leave your house in the morning,
There's a car coming down the road every time.
God damn it, dude.
There'll be nobody there all morning.
God damn. And you could even be a little bit later. And no matter what, how you try to make it be, so
It'll be
that
a different
motherfucker's
car.
there. It's almost like they smile at you as they're riding by. That's how I feel. I don't look at them. They don't even look.
Know. They don't even know.
It's like they're
they
not
don't
even there.
live on that block.
They don't
They're
even
just
look at you
turning
anyway.
down
They're
it.
just like nothing. Like there's nobody there almost. I've seen people like
NPC.
that. Just like no blink, no movement.
Hey,
of
I
head.
got a question for you since
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
talking about science and stuff
I
like that.
interrupted you there. Yes.
No, this is like right on track with everything. Have any of you ever seen your neighbors bring in their groceries?
No.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes.
Have
I
you?
haven't.
I seen it.
No.
Not in this.
Were you
place.
living in an apartment?
Yeah, I'm living downstairs.
Oh, so the people upstairs, you see the people upstairs bringing
Yeah.
their groceries?
Right.
Okay.
Did
I
they
guess
bring
that would be
anything good?
kinda-
You got anything
common.
good?
I don't know. I didn't check what they had.
Is this like
But I
the
know when you
Mandela
go to the
effect?
store.
No, like, well, Elon Musk was talking about it before not too long ago about like proving it's the Matrix. And one of his proofs was like not seeing your neighbors bring in the groceries.
Dude, there's a bunch of proofs of it, man. Could be's. I don't know what you call it proof, but it could be possibility. I don't know. There's like that weird shit. Like I said, man. I see it. You can see it.
Yeah, the
You can start to see that shit, man. Reset. And then I gotta go back, take a nap, come back. I'm telling you, man.
They'll be there waiting for you. Better not leave. They'll be waiting.
See, it's happening again. All kinds of weird shit. Something slapped it off my head. You see that?
Dude,
Ghost.
I'm gonna rewatch that. I'm going to rewatch that part of the video.
Yeah,
Don't
my.
I
throw it
bet
off
you it's
me.
being rewound right now.
What's
this guy doing over here?
Anyway, yeah. I'm telling my mommy I am. It's right here now. I'm your bastard.
Man, have you guys like? I've just read something super strange in the news earlier today. I just couldn't believe my luck.
Would you
I
read?
couldn't believe how lucky I am that the people in charge, like all of our big name scientists, like, oh, they're so in charge and they have the best plan set for humanity. Do you guys want to hear the newest plan they're going to do
Yes,
for
I wanna
like
hear it.
climate change?
Yes.
They're going to use an asteroid and they're going to move Earth off its course by 3 million miles.
Oh, they're gonna kill us.
Dude, I can't even make this shit up.
They can either heat us up
Holy
or freeze us.
fuck.
They can either cause an ice age or
Dude.
bake the planet.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
you want to talk about baking the planet? We all heard about that dam breaking, right?
Like that new,
On the other side of the pond over there
yeah,
that cools
Ukraine.
down that.
talking about
the-
Ukraine, right?
Yeah, the largest nuclear plant in Europe.
I heard that it would make
Whoa.
Chernobyl. It'd be greater than Chernobyl, the disaster in Chernobyl.
Well, I heard the number and I thought that was a fantastical number, 50,000 of
50,000
them.
what?
50,000 Hiroshima bombs.
Gotta raise
Oh,
That's
the
what it
fire
would
up.
if
be
it
like.
blew up.
Yeah, it would like literally just leave a third of the planet. A third of the planet. Where are we all going to go?
You know, that takes you right back about the atomic bomb and
Well, just so everybody knows, not to cut you off, Dad, but just so everybody knows, here in Wisconsin, if that did happen over there, we got 30 days before we feel it here in the middle of America in the breadbasket.
Oh yeah.
You said where you
we
go?
got 30 days. We got a warning. We
Go
got a warning.
underground.
You know, there's some people. I watched this show years ago. And there's a guy who built his own nuclear shelter under his home, and he did it in such a way that it had booby traps in the event that people were to break into his home. He had like mustard gas, Like if they got into like the first part that leads towards the actual bunker under his home, which took him like 20 years to create. And he did this during the Cold War era. All right. That they would get locked in. The doors would shut in on them, and then they would be killed by mustard gas or some kind of chemical warfare, and they just kill them all. But that just nuclear, because like a nuclear. But also, if you're under the ground, ultimately in the end, no matter how long you hide out, you're gonna.
Well, it seeps down.
50 years, you come out 50 years from now, it's like you're gonna die. You're gonna still die, even if you have all that food you want. I mean, you'll have sex, you'll have water if you stock up for like 50 years.
Where did that come from?
Because that's like, think about it.
Yeah, you want to know why you would die? Because you would go in there when you're like 30, and you would come out 50 years later, you'd be 80 years old.
No, the radiation would still be there. The radiation wouldn't pass.
Yeah, that shit ain't going nowhere. I don't know.
You got people that buy abandoned nuclear missile sites or whatever. You got people that million.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Pay like $1 million for one of the suites inside there.
Well, they said like during the pandemic, people were going fucking nuts, and they were buying like all these bomb shelters to stick in their yard. If you wanted to go and do something like that, there's like a 5-year waiting list. You know what I'm gonna do? Fuck that shit. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm buying all the motherfucking aluminum foil, and I am just whining the inside of my house. Just like,
okay, let's say a person.
aluminum foil. Do you think it'll cook me?
I don't know.
I thought it was like lead would keep that.
If you stock up,
Superman.
if you end up stocking up, let's say like $50, let's say 50 years worth of food. The government, they know people who have stockpiles of food.
Oh yeah, you're the first house they're gonna hit.
They're gonna hit, yeah, and they're gonna there's
nothing
executive
secret.
orders. There's executive orders that they can just confiscate it. They can take it. Like if America's under attack right now and you have all that food, they'll come and they'll grab it legally. They can grab it.
Probably come and get your women and children too.
Oh yeah, they already got your kids.
They can breed you out.
Yeah.
So think of it. If you build, if you have a nuclear shelter,
Really scared.
right? If you have a nuclear shelter, and you have all that stockpile, for one, what's the point? Because if you come 50 years from now, it's still going to be everything. There's radiation everywhere. You'll still die of radiation poisoning. If you have generations of kids, the food either is going to run out, or they're going to come out one day and they're going to die.
They're gonna look like moles.
If you stock up all that food or water, it can just very well be confiscated because it's recorded somehow. They've got all these trackings everywhere. Eyes are everywhere. So there's no point in it.
Why would you do that to you, though? Why would you want to take your food?
Because if there's no food, if there's a scarcity of food for troops,
Yeah, they'll come
and they'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you listening?
No.
Yeah, headphones on. Turn it up. Yeah, sit up for the old man. He's only got one ear.
But yeah,
It's a secret.
over in Nagasaki and that, when he look at it, took all those years for that to go away, and yet the response that it still has it yet.
Well, Chernobyl, if that was so, Chernobyl would be pretty clear by now. And their ponds have like mystery creatures. And
Shit, they got a huge catfish inside of them things,
I've
man.
seen that episode where that guy went fishing over there.
Was it Jeremy?
I always call him by the porn star name Ron Jeremy. And that is not his name. Every time somebody has a name that's like Jeremy, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, your name's Ron Jeremy? And it's not because anything
Jeremy?
weird. Huh?
Who's the Jeremy you guys are talking
The fishing
about?
guy.
Yeah, he's the fishing guy.
From the
Yeah.
Deadliest Catch?
No,
Yes,
it's from
Yeah, is
I
that
can't think of what it's called.
he does yeah.
He
I used to
like,
watch
in
it all.
rivers
River
and he
Monsters.
grabs-
Yeah, he goes
River
in it.
Monsters,
There you
man.
go.
Isn't that what I said or no?
No,
No.
he said Deadliest Catch.
Yeah, that was that guy's
That's the one
catching
with all the
crabs and
crab
stuff
and-
and that. And crabbing.
Oh yeah, the River Monster guy. Yeah.
The other scary one.
Yeah, they
That
cost
one's really
$3
scary. The
million.
ocean one's scary, man. That one.
Yeah, that is scary.
Imagine doing some crabbing like that, and then all them big ass waves all swam.
It
I
looks
can't do
cold.
it, man. I can't do. Yeah,
looks
real
cold.
cold, arthritis.
all the time.
Cold and
My
arthritis.
hands would be so cold once my knuckles would bump against something.
Yeah, my
I'd
nose
just
would
be
hurt.
Like,
My lips.
Dude,
I wouldn't even be a cook on that fucker.
I wouldn't want nothing to do with the ocean because
Nope.
it's so vast. And dude, I heard a story like when you talked about the giants. We were talking one-on-one, and You talked about the red-haired giants. You know, you got all these stories that leak out, right? You don't hear it from the actual person, but you hear it from somebody else who's retelling this tale. And there was a guy who was a scuba diver, and I think he was an underwater welder, and he worked for the military. And he said that there was this thing that was like an octopus thing, and it was like rubbing on his shoulder. And I can't remember what he said he thought it was, but he brushed it off as like just some natural effect. And then he said he turned around and it wasn't what he assumed it to be. It was this, like I said, this octopus-like thing, and he was in a trance when he looked at it. And he said it seemed like it had like an
He was fucking
intelligence.
scared.
Like, I don't want nothing to do with the ocean.
Yeah, fear. That's why he was silent.
That's why they freeze up when in the movies and shit. Before
No,
they
you
get
hear
killed.
about those people going down the holes all the time. They'll take a prisoner and they'll be like, "Yeah, you're first. We're gonna send you down there. Volunteers." first guy comes up screaming. That's the last guy that gets volunteers.
Oh man.
And nobody else is volunteering for it now. But yeah, they have those weird holes everywhere.
You talking about like sinkholes?
Just like
You talking about like
Who's
prison
this?
call holes?
yeah, prison call hole.
Who's this?
Lafer.
Yes.
Inmate at Racine Correctional Institution. Your account balance is $17.90. To hear the charges for this call, press 2. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call, all calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hello? Hey, what's up? Who's this?
This is Alabama.
Oh, what's going on, Alabama? Welcome to the Manwich Show,
Yes,
Alabama.
welcome. What you been up
What's
to lately?
up?
I don't know what y'all up to.
Not much. Just hanging
Making
out.
shanks? No. We're going to stab our neighbors.
Fuck that. That sounds like
We took
messy
a bunch of
and
plastic
painful.
and kept
Fuck
melting
that.
Oh,
together.
did you hear about that lady cooking her goddamn kids in the oven?
No,
No,
but
I
I
learned
did hear
from
about
you.
that guy
Yeah.
on the
Isn't
park.
that crazy?
In the park, they stabbed
going
all
on
the
with
little
these- what's
kids.
going on
Did
with
you hear
people,
about
man?
that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I heard about that. Alabama, you hear about what happened in France with the Muslim guy that went and stabbed all those kids?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
3
Oh,
years
yeah.
old, man.
Man,
I didn't
You
hear
were
that.
that's
crazy.
a sorry ass son of a bitch, bro.
Oh my God.
What's your take on that, being in prison and looking at world
I'd have
from
fucking. If I'd have been out there, I'd have snapped his damn neck, man. If I was out there, man,
is that because
I would have
you
ran up to him and snapped his damn neck.
is that because your ex-military training would have kicked in?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I wasn't taught that. I wasn't taught that in the military. I was taught by guys that were in the military from other branches that came into our branch.
Okay.
You pick up a lot of shit, guys that come over, from other damn shit.
Did you work with any of the, like special forces or anything like that?
No, I was just an Army National Guard. I was just
National Guard.
regular. I was trained the same way as regular Army.
Oh, did you get to leave America and go anywhere else?
No, I missed that by 1 week. I was still in training. My unit down in Mobile, the Fort Whiting 226 Air Support Group, they went over there in Bosnia. I missed it by 1 week.
Well, did you get to meet Chuck Norris?
No, but I did meet Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
I got to.
Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
I seen Ricky Schroeder.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. I seen him.
I saw Chad Schroeder.
He was there in Colorado. He was shooting a part of a movie.
I
Shooting a
saw
part of
Bill
a movie.
Schroeder when he played for the Packers as a wide receiver. Nobody remembers him on TV, though.
I seen Ric Flair.
Oh,
I
did
seen
you?
Ric Flair when I was in my dad's 18-wheeler. I was looking down on him. He came right by us. Yep.
No, I've seen The Rock. I seen when he came to Milwaukee like 20 years ago when he was just a wrestler guy.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Everybody's a Hulkamania at their heart, let me tell you. Hey, I had read recently too that he was
I got a
gonna
Hulkamania
make a
haircut.
comeback, and I was like, holy cow, how old is this guy?
What's he gonna do? Make grills like George Foreman?
Dude, no, he's gonna come out and he's gonna wrestle these young
Microwaves.
bucks, man.
He's got
He's
the
too
ability
old.
as Biden.
His legs.
Yeah.
He should just come out and like do like the little ring commentary and shit like that.
With the midgets.
That dude's like in his 70s, man.
Yeah,
Little
he's too
people.
old. He's got Hulk Hogan's got pain in his legs now from all his back surgeries. He's done. You know, he's
I thought it was from all the porn he did. It ruined his marriage.
He did porn.
Yeah, he had some girlfriend. It ruined his
Oh,
marriage.
that was a
and-
leaked tape. That wasn't no real.
Yeah,
But he
having sex.
having no patty cake. Yeah, you know, or Roger
Allegedly, we have to put in allegedly because I wasn't there. I don't know shit. That's just what I heard through the grapevine. Page 6 style shit. Just saying.
Hulk Hogan is like he's the Babe Ruth of wrestling. But did you hear
I
who
love
died
him.
recently?
No, who?
I knew.
I do. I know who it is.
Who?
The Iron Sheik.
Put your ass in the camel clutch right now.
81 years old. 81 years old. Stop it with the camel clutch.
I was put in the camel clutch once.
What is that when they stick
It
their
fucking
nose
hurts.
right inside their butt, their nutsack?
No, they hop on your back and grab you by the fucking your chin like that and right on to pull you back like that with your
Oh my
ass
God,
on your
really?
God dang right. That shit
Oh my
fucking.
God.
I grabbed that guy.
Did y'all just say Ted Kaczynski?
No, who's that?
Yes, he was
Ted
found dead in
Kaczynski.
his
He's the one
Zale.
that bombed.
Yeah, he killed all
Yeah,
this.
he
Go ahead.
He did
was
what?
found dead in his damn. So yeah, he was on local news. I mean, not local news. He was on worldwide news just now. Found dead.
Who? What is he known
so-
for? Like, hold on, I'm lost.
Dude,
Ted
he's the
Kaczynski,
Unabomber.
He was the Unabomber, man.
Oh yeah, I heard about the Unabomber.
Hey, I knew a guy that looked just like him. We called him Ted, too.
Put a dude in here that looks just like him, man. I mean, look just like him. Look like his twin brother. I'm looking at him right now.
Dude, anybody with a hoodie and a pair of sunglasses. Not that there's hoodies in
Anybody
there,
with
but-
the dick in their hand
No.
gonna look the same.
His handwriting. He got busted by his handwriting.
Oh,
Yeah, his brother turned him in.
You know, he was against technology.
Wow.
I watched. Check it out. I watched,
Oh, wow.
does anybody?
That's wow.
Does anybody know
that
his
is wow.
his bio?
I didn't know that.
I just remember that. It's been a long time
He was a
since I've looked
professor.
into Ted.
He was a professor who was against technology. They called him the Unabomber because it had something to do with mail. Well, of course, I know it had to do with the mail, but it was some. It came up with the Una part because of the mail and the airlines. I think it was like it had. I watched a small documentary about it. You know, I didn't know nothing about him.
I'd
but
have
that-
to brush up on it.
And he lived in when they caught him. He was living in a makeshift little like a shack.
Yeah,
He was he had ostracized himself from society so much that, well, he
he looked
basically
like a
backwooded.
caveman. When they found him, he looked like he was wild as hell looking. He was all super disheveled.
You guys want to hear some?
You okay over there, Dad?
Hey, you guys.
Holy fuck, dude, you okay?
I'm just listening.
I know you were into that story. I see you're all like,
You know, they're going to have a documentary on Ed Gein.
Ed Gein.
Yeah.
You know they burnt. You know, well, you know this. You would know more than I would assume you'd know more than I know. But I
tell
know,
you what, he
What?
always went for women that looked like his mom
He.
with black hair, dark hair,
I went there with my husband.
and
We
kind
Well,
made
you
it to the
found the
end of the
property?
drive. Yep, we
'Cause
went
they
to the
burnt
end of
it
the drive.
down.
Yeah, there's nothing that grows there. Nothing grows there. We didn't go on the
What?
property
nothing grows
because
there?
like it's just like weird.
He took the
Like that shit
skin.
makes me feel weird. But
took
you
the
get to that,
skin.
you could the end of the drive.
Yeah.
End of the drive.
All calls other than properly placed attorney
That's-
calls may be
but
monitored
that-
and recorded.
Hold on.
The
so
hardware store is still there and stuff. And the people there, they don't like talking about that stuff.
no, because
But I would. I
Just
will.
like you would do when we were coming through Oklahoma. Yeah, that guy had his window down. Hey, what you doing? He said, "Look."
No, that was in New Mexico when I
New
said
Mexico,
that.
yeah, in New Mexico.
And he didn't sound like that. He sounded like that straight up. Like I couldn't even understand what he was saying at first because he sounded like that dude from that cartoon. Ba-da-boo-ba-da. Not that one. The hill one. The hills.
the townspeople burnt down. It was becoming a tourist attraction, and so the townspeople burnt nobody owned up to it, but they burnt it down or whatever, demolished it, And that's what it is today. But it's kind of like Jeffrey Dahmer. You know, people were starting tours for Jeffrey Dahmer, and they eventually tore down that apartment building that Jeffrey
That's
Dahmer
because
was
people
in.
would be stupid and they idolize that weird shit.
John Wayne Gacy, they tore that down.
Yeah, because people would go over there and just like try to emulate these people.
Hey, but H.H. Holmes, I wouldn't be surprised if the hotel that he stole.
Ooh,
I wouldn't
think
be surprised.
that's gone.
No, I think it. Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna have to Google it.
Here's
Have to
something.
Google it.
Here's something new.
We need a Googler
in the news.
We need a Googler when
Check
we're
this
talking.
out.
I want to
about
do the
somebody
Iron
Google us.
Sheik on Howard Stern because it is so funny and it's so ironic because I was listening to it yesterday, and it'll crack you up, dude.
We could play some of it, right?
What do you think of 4th of July? To break everything. What do you think of 4th of July? You like it, eh? You like it, right?
Yeah.
4th of July coming out.
It's American.
Independent
I love
Day
it.
and all that kind of stuff.
I love it. Take my
They
kids to
wanna-
the parade and stuff like that.
They want to get rid of it. You put June 13th or whatever, or 14th, whatever that thing is.
Oh, yeah.
There goes our democracy. Everything.
We're not a
United
democracy.
Yeah,
We're a republic.
Yeah.
You've been watching TV again. Stop that shit. What type of watching that CNN? I know it's like for like, so you can like do research purposes and stuff,
Well,
but
they have so much. You know.
they have so much democracy on their channels. They
Yeah.
tell you so much of the
That you
truth.
listen to
It's
and you
fair
come
and
in.
balanced.
If it's Rumble, yeah. If it's many of these other platforms, though, you're talking liberal. One
You know what?
Not liberal. I'm not.
You know
liberal.
what?
No, but
I'm
I'm
to the
saying,
point where I'm
you know,
going
all
to
the
watch
other-
these YouTubers that got their ear to the ground and they just want to tell the truth, no matter how ugly or how dirty it looks or whose feelings get hurt, because feelings always get hurt. Suck it up, rub some dirt right in that fucking thing, make it hurt.
Yeah, this damn world
it
don't
won't
give a shit
even
about
hurt.
nobody.
Yeah. But you got to be tough then. You got to be tough like the world then. You think people call me all kinds of weird names. Like I work in customer service, and I've worked at a bank. So people call me all kinds of stuff.
What do you mean, like bad stuff? Why?
Oh yeah, fucking
Why?
bitch.
Why would they do that?
The
though?
moment you tell somebody no, or you try to tell them, hey, you're doing it wrong and this is the way to do it.
And you show
they
them how
get-
to do it too, though.
Yes, I
right?
do. And they get really upset. And
Well, you got
they
some
just
ghetto
can't
people
handle
out
it.
there, man. Like I heard some lady when she
No,
was pulling-
ignorant, super ignorant.
Okay, let's say ignorant. Ignorant would be
Ignorant is the
not
best.
to be not
ever.
to
Ignorant.
not to be PC, but okay, I'll go with the ignorant because you can offend people. You say ghetto and it is a wide range. But it was a
Yeah,
lady-
that range is so damn wide. We're just specifically talking about the ignorant.
So I seen a lady. I was pulling into Walgreens, and she's like, well, she was yelling and she's all this swearing and stuff, and then
A Karen, right?
No, it was a Hispanic lady. But when she even after whoever honked on her had drove by, she made it a point
Check that out.
to vocalize her feelings when that person had already driven like 50, 30, 100,
They're
whatever.
gone,
They're
yeah.
gone. And it's like, who are you pride? Who are you trying to like?
Who are
voice
you
voices
yelling
to?
at?
Yeah,
Who
like
are
I
you
don't like
yelling
nobody's
at like
listening.
that?
You know
to
who she's yelling at? You just told us.
Yeah, they're gone.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
fucking
so
around.
they're
They're
Yeah,
gone.
they're gone. That's weird.
she's
You know
doing
what?
it for
Hey, man.
herself.
Maybe she had a bad day.
She got-
Everybody has a bad day. You get into traffic,
Hey.
people do a bunch of
Not
dumb
that
shit.
fucking
Maybe
bad.
more than one person beeped at her. I don't know. Maybe 10 people beeped at her and called her a bitch. Huh?
What?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I want to read something, and I want y'all to tell me if this is bullshit. I found out the reason why they didn't answer my certificate when I filed that. Remember I told you I filed it in March 17th of 2021 certificate of non-filing request to the fact no search and seizure warrant has ever filed on trial court record. This is their fucking. I found this on one of the documents on the back of it at the bottom on a footnote at the bottom of a brief that they gave me. It said Burks complains that circuit court failed to give him an answer to a document he filed on March 17, 2021 for a request for an Wisconsin Statute 889.09 certificate SIC of non-filing in regards SIC to the fact no warrant or search and seizure warrant was ever filed in the case, Wisconsin Statute 889.09 does not apply. That statute deals with presumption that a document does not exist when, after a diligent examination, an officer so certifies. There was no legal requirement for the circuit court to respond to versus March 17th filing. Well, I never got the where it says an officer so certified. I never got a document showing me where it's certified. Shit.
You're fucked. You're fucked. Know what they did to you? They just went under the table with it, came up with a statute with it, put it down on the paper, and you're going to believe it. That's the way it is.
Did you? When I read what I filed, did you ever hear me mention statute 889.09 in that damn filing? No, I never mentioned that statute. So what? I don't know what kind of bullshit they're coming up with.
Like I said, they're just grabbing a statute that fits in the category of it. It's not actually it. They just got one and they put it in there, and you're going to have to believe it because that's the way it is, and you can't do nothing about that. You're just fucked.
So
you can refile if you want. You can redo it again.
Are you saying, Ken, that the judge incorrectly interpreted the law?
No idea.
Allegedly?
I had no idea.
Allegedly.
It says that
there's a possibility that happened.
It said the officer is so certified. So, well, if you're so certified, then why the hell didn't you give me the document that showed and explained what the hell the damn showing me how he certified it? They never showed me that shit, right? And then again, I talk about the damn March the 6th, 2014 hearing. It says defendant Thomas A. Burks, which is me, appears with attorney Michael R. Barr. Defendant in custody, attorney Patrick J. Anderson, appeared for the prosecution. Attorney Bark requests a motion hearing date. He will file a motion to suppress within 2 weeks. Motion hearing set for 5/1/14 at 3 o'clock. Motion hearing scheduled for May the 1st, 2014 at 0300 p.m. Well, guess what? There was never a fucking suppression hearing ever. He sabotaged me on that.
Right.
And they still, and I asked, what the fuck, man? You were given, they gave me a suppression hearing for my damn public defender to suppress something, and y'all sabotaged it. Y'all didn't even have it after the damn judge granted it, and y'all went straight to a damn plea hearing.
Is it the same judge, or is that a different judge?
No, it was the Wilbur W. Warren III, which retired a week after he sentenced me. And they gave me Judge Schroeder, the worst fucking damn judge in the state of Wisconsin. The longest reigning judge on a bench. He's still on there. Well, I hear inmates tell me that something's wrong with him and that he's not doing criminal, but then yet they still have him as my damn judge. And they say that he's not doing criminal. And
they
then
they don't want you.
I don't even know.
They want you there.
I don't even know if he's. I don't
Calls
even
other
know.
than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
That's so
I don't
true.
even know if he's still there because the dude.
They want you.
The dude. There's another dude that's underneath Schroeder, and he's like, it's not Schroeder. It's a lady that's judge that's still replacing him.
Just
so I asked about that, and they won't even say.
You can really do this. United States General Attorney, right? You're the big guy. You can sit there and send that off to him, and saying, "Hey, what is this? Just put it just like that. What is this bullshit?"
I'm not stoned, and I laughed at that. What is this bullshit?
Make sure you have like a hand going up inside the letter.
What are you talking about? Yeah, what's going on here?
Really, I would fuck with everybody. I would really fuck with everybody. I send Biden a fucking little piece of paper with a fucking teardrop on it, and say, "You motherfucker."
You might think that's popcorn trying to get a hold of him.
You know what? And then once again, And then once again, this is my 23rd time in a row, 23rd Saturday in a row I've been on this live podcast, and I can't believe that nobody out there knows what I'm going through.
Sounds like a Beatles song or one of them songs. Is anybody?
What is that? What did you say it is?
Care?
I mean, this is what this live podcast is about. It's about inmates freaking damn giving their voice out there.
Right.
No, you're right.
We have nobody.
But it's almost impossible to do anything like that. You know, like I can't go to a lawyer and say about you taking the case and that because I don't have the paperwork and all the things that you have and what you need and all that kind of stuff. I don't got that to get to that lawyer.
It's more to make people.
It's like going in.
Well, all I got to do is get a lawyer, and once I get a criminal lawyer, either out of Illinois or the state of Illinois or the state of Indiana, because there's the other two. There's only 3 states that fall underneath the Southern Courts of Appeals. That's Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois. Fuck Wisconsin.
1 minute remaining.
They didn't fuck me over too much.
Well,
Illinois and Indiana, I need.
Alabama, get back in line, man. We want to hear more from you. We love you. You could engage in us in conversations about world news. I know you got something to say about that, but to answer your question, you got people like because they've never been in prison or whatever. It's like out of sight, out of mind. But you know this platform.
But it's common sense, man.
Yeah.
You get common sense, bro.
But you know what, Alabama, you present yourself as a live human person. People can relate with you. And that's how you get people to care and like get involved in stuff. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they don't know who you are. Like, oh, that's cool. That's that guy, Alabama.
Yeah,
but
military though, and I'm Christian. I fall under Christians and military people. So there's thousands of them out there.
There is thousands of them out there. But if they hear you talk like a real person with real concern,
what you're doing right now.
Yes, what you're doing right now. What we're all doing is like. If more people engage and started being aware, maybe other people around the world would stop saying that Americans were so ignorant. You know, because we are super uninformed because we're afraid to talk to each other. We're so we
we're
censor
told
ourselves.
stuff. We're told not to talk about certain things.
We
and
censor
shit.
ourselves.
Well, get back on the horn, Alabama, so we get you back on the phone. All right?
Yeah.
Horn.
He's already gone. Beep.
Well,
Beep,
you
beep,
heard
beep.
me the first time.
The horn.
The universe can hear us. That's
Yes.
what counts.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
That's right.
I've got so many, but I was trying to think what was the other one to click on. But you know, on this Rodecaster Pro, you're only given so many, so much to write about for each, little soundbite. So
I like that one.
Oh, I had some others, man. I've actually got.
I thought it sucked.
Because you're a sucker.
Whatever.
Because you're a sucker.
Yeah. Go like this. Holy cool.
Okay.
And go like this. You like that? God damn it. Yeah, you like it. Tweeze it, quite a good job. Just relax.
I'm about to sell you a lollipop over here.
Hey, kid, come here. I got a nickel.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Or is that like a nickel?
Hey, you know what, dude? Now this remind me of something. You know, I had this dream, man. I had this dream the other day. I dreamt of, dude, Rodney Dangerfield was in my dream. And he was telling me some fucking jokes. We're fucking laughing. He was telling me all these things, dude. We're having a great time, dude. We're just hanging out, man. Like best buddies in the world in my dream. Then all of a sudden he asked me. He goes,
I suck your dick.
Nah, his wife. No, fucking. He turns to me and he goes, what kind of impression are you gonna leave? And I said, it depends on what I sit on. And I woke up laughing, chuckly.
I would have said, have you ever seen my butt in the sand? What kind of impression?
I like what he said about getting married when he got married. He says, I went up there and she put the ring on the wrong finger. Everybody, the audience didn't get it right away, Then they all fucking cracked up. He was on Johnny Carson.
Yeah, he made him laugh a bunch.
He was a late bloomer. in terms of his comedy.
Oh, but
he sold aluminum siding at one point.
Dude, he helped a lot of other comics.
He did. And
he Jim Carrey. One of them that I remember.
He lived
Jim
a long
Carrey.
life. He was like 80 years old, right, when he died. He was still doing
something like that. Yeah, he had like another brain surgery.
Dude, I can't even hold it in.
What?
I heard,
fart?
No,
someone farted.
I heard
farted.
I heard that Jim Carrey's dating Ariana Grande. We should Google it and see if that's real.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
what, Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
where'd you hear that from?
Dude, it was on one of those Page 6 things.
What's Page 6?
She talked about it. One of those gossip mags. And she
was
on
a
it.
magazine?
She was on it too. Yeah.
I can't trust it. Really can't trust it.
Dude, it's an Inquirer.
I'll look it up.
We've all seen the Men in Black. We all know the new real news is in the Inquirer. Remember, he gets off the plane and he gets off that UFO and he goes, finally real news. And he opens up the Inquirer. You know that the Inquirer ended up being more real.
Yeah. Truth and fiction.
There's stuff about Sasquatch. Everybody's been laughing about people with UFOs, but they've been showing UFO shit and all that other stuff. Conspiracy theory. Let's go back to conspiracy facts.
Look, can we do a tribute to the Iron Sheik? A clip from Howard Stern?
Heck yeah, we can.
Dude, you might not laugh, but I know you two are gonna laugh. You might laugh. It's silly, but it's so silly that I was cracking up laughing on the bus.
Is it worth to laugh at?
That's true. You might. It's not really. It depends.
Because I'm not going to waste my energy laughing at something that's not really funny. That ain't going to happen.
That right there hurts right there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Look at Hulk get his ass kicked.
By the way, how's Robin?
She's doing good.
Oh, so
she lost 30 pounds in 21 days.
Beautiful. Like I said, I want to say hello to the all intelligent employee that working for the Mr. Howard the Store show. But I want to watch the Orange Chic show. www.
Oh, you're right this way, Mr. Chic. You were clearly ready for your appearance today.
Oh, of course. That's because Howard the Store is a smart man. He know who bring in his show to steal the show. If I steal the show, Pontiac, Michigan, 93,000 people, and Madison Square Garden, and still today, I can steal the show in the Howard the
I'm gonna fast forward it now. This is where he starts off. He's on the Howard Stern show. He's at they're introducing him. But what's gonna happen is Howard Stern has Art. You remember Art that used to be on Howard Stern? He might still be on Howard Stern after his nasal cavity collapsed from doing cocaine.
Oh,
he kind of took
the one dude that he was a virgin and he got him laid with that girl. That's not him on the screen right there. Not that guy. It's the white guy.
No, Art's a fat guy. He's white, but I just know he's no virgin.
Them are fucking nasty.
He had sex with Art.
Are you talking? Do you know what you're talking about? Right?
Yeah, I know. I bought him and I said, man. When I looked at those Cheez-Its, I was thinking cheese, right? And I ate them after the fact, and I'm just like, dude, I would have got Ritz crackers. This is.
It tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Don't buy this shit. Hey, out there, don't buy this shit. It tastes nasty, man.
I'm a professional Cheez-It taster. I will taste them, and I will let you know if they're good.
Let's go read the shit on there.
You can't read you can't even pronounce it.
Yeah, okay, I can. I'll do it my own way.
Everybody should get.
Garbage, shit.
Everybody should get this right
crap.
Here. Look at it.
Oh
Check it out.
Let me see. What the hell's that?
Cookie raisin.
Whoa.
It's a Polish raisin.
What the hell? That ain't a raisin. That's a cookie.
Not prejudice.
It is a cookie.
Okay.
All right.
You guys want to hear what's really? You guys want to hear what's really in this? You guys want to hear?
I do. I want to hear it.
An all bread and crackers.
Is that what it tastes?
Is that good or bad?
You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Because it's part of a preservative, and now I understand why bears do what they do. Okay, I don't even know what I want to start with first. I think I'm gonna start with. Did you know when a bear attacks you, he eats your hair first?
Whoa!
Because there's an enzyme in your hair that makes him go crazy for it, right? everybody loves bread. You love bread. You love bread. You love bread. I love bread. And then all bread is hair.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, and it's mostly from China off their beauty floors. Yeah, I didn't believe it. I started Googling it, started doing this stuff. You hear that shit all the time when you're
So
growing
someone's
up.
buying a bag of fucked up hair with bubble gum and fucking dirt, dog shit, all kinds of crap, and put it in your cracker.
There's hair in your
Is that why it tastes like? That's
bread.
why it tastes like shit. It tastes
That's-
like stale
no,
or.
that's why
it, tastes,
you
it doesn't
love
even taste like
bread.
cheese. It tastes like shit.
That's
the
why
fuck
you
outta
love
here.
bread.
All right, so you want vanilla ice cream when it says natural flavorings.
Fuck, that's nasty.
There's one of the ingredients for the natural flavoring comes from skunk's butt.
Yeah, they excrete their anal juice. Yeah, you know what? You can fucking keep it unless I see the
Unless it's
vanilla
chocolate?
bead inside there. I don't.
In vanilla.
Chocolate has
Start making your own.
its own weird shit in it.
Just grab some animals. Yeah. Beavers, you
All right.
said.
You want to hear? I'm gonna look for the clip where Art is portraying Iron Sheik, but Iron Sheik Jr. and Howard Stern's telling him. He says, because Howard Stern's geeking him up, he's getting him all angry by saying, Vince McMahon, he used you, and Hulk Hogan and all those guys, and they haven't helped you out, and you should help build the WWE and all this. And he's like, yeah, I do, and I make and I do all this stuff, and look what I now got. And then Art gets on there. He says, Howard Stern says, they got this new wrestler. We got some other old school wrestlers. They're gonna talk to you today, and you're gonna be able to, make your piece or whatever. And he's like, good or whatever. I'm gonna do that. And then he says, there's this new wrestler. He's upcoming. And at first, he kind of got me because he was like, well, we're gonna have Ultimate Warrior, and I'm like, oh, okay. But then he said there was a new wrestler, and he said his name is Iron Sheik Jr. Right? So then I'm like, okay, now I know this is the soundbite. Well, this is what I heard like years ago, and this is a fraud. And I already know how Iron Sheik, how he approaches it. I want to say he believes it, but then again, he may not. But then again, he might. So it's like it's a toss up. But hopefully now, when I click right now, this is gonna be.
I'll be right back.
We make the money. Money doesn't make us. Money gonna be here for million rare.
Are you jealous? Are you jealous of Hulk Hogan's money? He has multi-million-dollar deals.
I'm not jealous of his money, Mr. Howard. I'm jealous because that low-life son of a bitch, after I lost my belt to me in the Madison Square Garden, he come in the locker room. He says, Shiki, baby, I love you. I owe you one. Hulk Hogan, you know. Jesus and God know. If he was not from Kennedy McMahon he give me $1 million, you never can beat me.
Why were you mad at him? In other words, because he said to you, brother, I love you, I owe you one. He shouldn't have said that, should he?
He said it, and he was a phony because the time I was down, Howard, and I was broke. I didn't have money. Like you said, I make the Mr. McMahon be a billionaire, but Mr. McMahon, he forgot about me, but not too much. And still, I'm happy about that.
Now you call how he says, but you know why? To leave that door open so that Vince would put him on the show and he get some money. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna bite the hand that feeds him. He'll talk about Hulk Hogan. He'll talk about so on and so forth, but he'll leave Vince alone.
Yeah, I'll take it only so far.
Bats, bats, the big bats.
I love his accent.
You don't know?
I love
You
his
don't know who
accent.
the Iron Sheik is?
No, I don't know. I don't watch that.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Not even a long time ago.
That was the 80s.
I don't think he even had a TV in the desert.
Now 20. He was from Iran, by the way. He was a gold medalist. He was like how Kurt Angle was in wrestling. He was an actual gold medalist wrestler. But maybe now, 20 minutes into this, you're gonna be able to hear him arguing with Art Bell, and Art Bell does a good impression of Iron Sheik. They got a guy that pretends to be Macho Man. It's horrible because I could have done a way better Macho Man.
I love.
Listen, your brother. I told you, brother. I mean, I could do one better than the guy that was on.
Give him some money and maybe give him some money. Maybe.
Listen, your Iron Sheik, brother. It's been a while.
No, don't even get me started on that Randy Macho Man Savage, because you want to know what?
What?
he lives inside me. I get all like fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
We're
then
swimming and we're out.
Dude,
It's hot outside.
yeah,
we're having
dude.
a barbecue and shit. All of a sudden, she's like, "Rah!" She fucking just turns into Macho Man.
I do. I got my bikini on and start.
She's a savage.
And I was like, I can do it. Yeah.
Got her 12-pack and shit. She's like, just fucking.
Yeah, I get those one-liners going. It's funny, but like, yeah, I love him, and even liked his storyline, even though they portrayed him as a woman beater on Elizabeth.
Hey, there's a lot of these guys that talk about
Andre
that.
the Giant.
Andre the Giant with the
There's
huge.
just
Hey,
something
did you know that
Hello, you have a
his
prepaid call from
daughter is taller than him? Than he
an
was?
inmate at
'Cause he's never
Racine
owned one.
Correctional Institution. Your account balance is $16.55. To hear the charges for this call, press 2. To
That's
accept
odd.
this call, all calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hey, what's going on?
What up?
What's up?
Nothing. Doing time.
Woohoo!
It's Saturday night.
Doing time. Saturday night. It's
Saturday
date night.
night.
Oh yeah, baby.
Where's my girl?
On the
Where's
Manwich
my
Show.
girl?
On the Manwich Show.
In your
That's where
imagination.
we're all hanging out, on the Manwich Show. On the Manwich channel.
That's right.
I always call it the show, though. What a
Channel, show,
weirdo.
somebody's here.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I don't know. I didn't expect anybody to be at the door.
Nobody's there.
That would be a Sally port.
Had to change this up.
Anyway. Yeah. I don't know. It's a Saturday night. Date night.
Yeah, what you hear all new going up in the world and stuff?
Let's see. What's happening since last? Oh, it's like Groundhog Day, you know?
I would imagine.
Wake up every day.
Wake up, rinse and repeat.
Hell yeah, it really is. Yep. It really is. I was actually watching
Did you see your
Story
shadow?
TV with... I did not.
Fuck up.
So, it's going to be extra 6 weeks of global warming.
Yeah.
Probably with the propaganda that's out there. It'd be like you'd be the climate change. I mean, the climate change
With these guys
hot
in
dog day.
charge. We're fucked.
Groundhog hot
Hey
dog.
guys, all of it has nothing to do with the sun.
No.
What's your take on it then?
Yeah.
What do you believe?
Climate change?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's your
boy.
take on it?
All right, check it out. It's one of my favorites.
Evolution.
I believe that, okay, it's not man-made for one. Man contributes, obviously. But honestly, if you'd ask the question, if there were no people on the Earth, would the Earth still be warming? I'm going to say yes.
Is that because of
Before in
farts?
the past.
Is this because of farts? Like
It
seriously?
could be,
though.
yes, it could be the methane.
You know what it's from?
The bovine.
From the
What's the
volcanoes.
problem with the bovines? Shouldn't we filter that stuff and use it for our cars? Anyway, the Green New Deal, you know, tell that to OAC, right?
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever think of
Yeah, she's a freak. I'm just thinking the
she's
Earth would
something
still be warmer without man. I
Yeah.
believe man contributes, but I believe he's only. Well, listen to this. Man's only probably 1 to 2%, right? If you look at the oceans, we've only discovered 5% of them. So without all the 100% of facts, how can you sit and predict anything? We're still discovering new species on land, let alone the oceans itself. So again, the oceans. Let's see, you got fissures, you got cracks in the earth, right? Geothermal vents, you got volcanoes under there. We don't know where they are. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know what they're putting out. Pollution, CO2, doesn't matter. We don't know these
Yeah,
things.
you got all that
So,
technology
predict
out there,
anything?
right? Check that out. You got all that technology out there of all this shit that they got there for checking things out, the earth, the sands, and rocks and
Yeah.
everything, right? Where are all the
And we've only discovered
bodies
5% of
of
the
the
oceans.
people that died in the Trojan? Millions of people. Where in the fuck are they? Where's their bones or
Right.
signs or?
I know what it
Where?
is. It's oil.
We found
That's why
dinosaurs.
it's called fossil fuel. Don't mess around.
Could be. It could be.
Bodies.
We're running our cars on dead people.
Yes, you are. You're eating them too.
Ooze, you turn into an ooze.
People.
You know that? You turn into like a ooze,
No,
like a jelly shit
I
comes out of your
I
skin,
got a real
dude.
theory.
Goop.
Check this out about this global warming. So they take these.
The Donner Party.
They take the these plastic bottles and they fill them up with what kind of water? From the icebergs. So they're busy melting the icebergs and they're putting them in our plastic bottles, and we're taking these plastic bottles and we're throwing them in the ocean. So plastic is kind of like a mirror. You take the sun and the sun beats down on it and it gets real hot.
Yeah, you can
And
start a fire.
there's a whole continent of plastic just melting
Huge.
and heating it up. And
You're talking about like the
that's-
Great Pacific Garbage Patch?
hell yeah, dude.
There's a couple of them. There's like there's
No,
two
there's
of them.
just there's
There's
one.
just one?
There's
Just
one
one?
because that's where they all meet, and they're all
swore there was,
being
like,
pushed
another
into
one.
this one.
And it's the size of
swirly area.
Texas?
Dude. It's almost the size
that
of
was
Australia.
the ocean's currents.
Yes,
South of it's like a 10,000 square
it's huge. These
area
animals
south of Hawaii.
are eating this garbage and everything that's flying on there,
Sure.
They're dying
And then
and
we're
they're opening them up.
and we're eating them.
Yeah.
And that's how
We're
we're getting
eating them,
microplastics
exactly.
inside of us.
I found a couple Legos.
Well,
And that is the true climate change.
okay. Well,
Barbie.
Is pollution.
okay. When you, check this out. Check this out.
Stop putting
hey,
plastic
But
to your face.
I look at it differently.
Well,
I really
bottom
do.
line, to just make it simple, I believe in climate change. I believe the Earth is warming. I don't believe it's man-made.
Yeah, well, of course, everything's going to return. It's called evolution.
Yeah.
You take, in the beginning of
It's
time,
silly to think that man
the
is
Earth
more
was
powerful than
yeah,
Mother Nature.
the Earth was an ice ball in the beginning,
Yeah.
and then
Many
the
times.
sun started to melt all this, right? Then dinosaurs come around.
Yeah.
Everything was in paradise.
Yeah, it
Everything was in
happens in
paradise.
cycles.
And then,
Yeah.
bam, all them dinosaurs
guys-
got wiped out, and here we are. The band was broke. So what happened? It started a new circle. So it's coming
Yeah.
back, and the ends are going to meet. They call that climate change?
You guys ever-
Everything's returning back
guys
to the way
ever-
it was. We're all going to be disintegrated, all of us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, yeah.
you want to talk about world events? We were just talking about this a little bit earlier, but really interested on your take too. Like you heard about what was going on in France with that guy going around stabbing the little kids and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Seen him on TV.
They said, I think they said he stabbed the kid in the head.
Did you notice when you were watching that video, there was not one guy in that park?
what's freaky
I didn't
is-
notice there was any guys. There was a bunch of old women, and they were calling them moms.
What?
And I was like, yeah, I seen like the video I watched on the Daily Mail was of like an old woman trying to save the little kid inside of the baby
Oh,
buggy.
prams.
Yeah, they call them
Yeah.
prams.
Okay.
Kid was in a pram, a stroller, covered stroller.
I don't want to call it a pram. That sounds weird.
You know, the guy I heard on Alex Jones that he stabbed a baby in the head with a knife. Now, Alex Jones, that could have been. That's true or no?
Y'all know why he did it, right?
No, I didn't
Islam?
Yeah, why?
Because of
Yeah.
jihad?
Because he was denied a passport. He was an immigrant, and he was denied asylum.
Oh, yeah.
So that was going to give him a
Visa
side.
or something like that.
So we're just going to go around and
Yeah.
get the
So he showed them, didn't he?
Yeah, because it's like saying, I mean,
Women and children.
this is kind of like tongue in cheek, but it's like saying, well, I guess he'll be staying in France now.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's going to die there.
that's a
His wish came true.
That's a shitty way of visiting that place.
Dang.
Yep.
That's like a monkey wish.
His wish came true.
Now, this is the now this is the problem with like what you're seeing happen in Europe with the refugees, and you got these people that come
Calls
into
other
these
than
other.
properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
And they're right there in Europe.
And they don't want to. They don't come to assimilate, so they bring what they left behind. They don't assimilate into the
Right.
culture that's already there.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
Sometimes
Well,
it's
look at
not
what-
even about assimilation. It's about like you came here because you were leaving a place that you said was horrible, and then you come here and you make your neighborhood.
Yeah, make the same
just
climate.
Like exactly
over
like
here.
what you left. Why are you doing that? If you left a gang situation, why are you bringing gangs here? If you left a shitty situation, why are you bringing that shit with you? You have your $1,000 iPhones.
To your point, yeah, exactly to your point. Doesn't the neighborhood reflect the people living there?
You know what? I used
or country.
Yeah,
for that fact. You know what I mean?
It's so hard to say that because you want to know what? I didn't come from a good neighborhood.
No, neither did I.
No.
I didn't come from a good neighborhood, and I'm a good fucking person.
Was that Rich? Was that Rich laughing?
That was my brother Mike.
That was me.
I didn't either.
But
I didn't either. Yeah.
But there's I can tell you
from like
there's a lot of good people there because you want to know why? The rent is cheap. I'm gonna be honest with you. The rent is cheap. We all have a bunch of kids. I had a bunch of kids. You think that the people that have those apartment buildings with the 2-bedroom are going to rent to me? They're not going to rent to me. I have too many fucking kids to put in 2-bedroom place. Where am I going to sleep? That's great. I can stick all the boys in one room, another room. They're the size of fucking closets. What bunk beds? Great. I still have to put their clothes and their toys someplace. What the fuck? It's the size of a closet.
Sleep here. You can sleep here.
You know what? You know what? You better have a sleeping bag. We'll do a cot on top and a sleeping bag on bottom.
You know what I've seen? I seen yesterday.
PO box number on it.
I seen yesterday. It was a woman. She was on the median. She had a sign saying that she was a refugee and she needed money to feed her children. Right. And I'm thinking, you're in America. You're getting food share. You're getting a lot of benefits. They're giving you housing too.
Sure.
So,
do you know how much it's costing too?
So I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, there's. I'm thinking like she's got her old man, whatever, you know, he's going ahead and he's got her on that median to get money, man. Yeah, it's a scam.
Get me one too. Get me one too.
I heard that might have been costing us about $17 billion a month. Or a year, maybe.
You know what? They give them that.
Comes to it.
And the people in America, we get 10
years.
We get the drug. Did you see that? Because I know you watch the news, Tom. Did you see that vending machines with the pipes and everything inside there?
What the hell
Where's this at?
What the fuck?
Kingston Avenue?
That's
what
what
are
we
you talking
get.
about?
This is what we're getting.
Yeah.
The American people, we get drug vending
you
machines.
kidding me?
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before they start actually putting the drugs in there and make it even easier so they can tax you.
You can get
on
Narcan,
it.
you can get needles,
What's
you can
wrong
get
with the beer?
all kinds of shit. Hey, did you see Frisco? Did you see the map with the piles of shit and the needles on the map? They actually put that on the map so people know where the piles of needles and
the
homeless shit is.
And the poopy, it's called the poop map.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Exactly.
They just walk around, just pull down their pants and just shit anywhere they want.
Dude, somebody did that.
Anywhere, yeah.
Anywhere.
Hey, there's a bus stop over here, like 3 blocks down the street where I'd take the bus. And I remember that one day there was this guy, he was sleeping, and then he was gone that next day, and there was these 2 turds on the bus stop, man. And again, like somebody, and this is in a busy intersection, so I'm like, man, like somebody either
did it at night.
Yeah, and he pooped like that.
Where you can't be seen, right?
Well, it's right on the corner though. Like he did it right on the corner, and then I saw a turd. Now I think somebody did this purposely to be a prank, but dude, this turd, and I brought this up like 2 episodes ago. The turd was from my elbow to I said to my wrist, but really that turd was from my elbow to my knuckles. That's how it was a long turd.
What the fuck?
And I was cracking this joke up with this.
Appendix must have been killing him.
Holy shit! He didn't pinch it off in between. He
I was thinking this had to be like a 7 foot tall man to be pooping.
You know what? People like that don't do the courtesy flush. You know that should be kicking it. You better fucking pinch off and fucking do a courtesy flush because the rest of us don't need to fucking deal with that. Hell no. I don't care. There's a door, the next room, the next floor. No.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
There's uneaten food in that shit.
And what somebody did was, they put it on a piece of cardboard.
I was just thinking that.
They put it on a piece of cardboard, and it was just one solid log. It wasn't pieces. It was one solid log, dude.
Wow. Was it dried or did it still look like it? Was it steaming
was
at all?
fresh.
Was it wet?
fresh.
Was
It was
it wet?
it was fresh
How do you know that?
because, like,
it's
for one,
wet.
it had a strong stench to it. And it overwhelmed me. Like this lady and I, we were waiting.
What was
to get
the texture like?
It was smooth on the outside. The way you look at it, it was smooth. It's smooth, long, solid turd.
Good Lord.
can't.
Shoot.
I can't. This shit's cracking me up, literally. Oh my God.
So back to climate change.
Yeah.
Everybody's like quiet, like, wow, dude.
Yeah, that was definitely a shift.
It's the sun.
Yeah, we were.
And the sun can bake that long turd, too, as long as we're just talking about that. It'll bake it. Oh, yeah. Whoa, somebody's coughing.
Yeah, with the Kool-Aid went down the wrong tube.
He's
Two
spelling
wicked
his
mental
at the
pictures.
wrong
Oh,
spot.
okay. Say what you want.
But you know,
Cool.
when my sister was talking about, when Michelle was talking about water from glaciers going into bottles.
What? Oh,
My
yeah.
sister was talking about, you know, you got people paying for this water, right? And they're like, it's from natural springs.
It's a tap.
The thing about it is, you've heard of forever chemicals, right?
Oh hell yeah!
So like, people are paying money for water that's
water.
no better than the water that's coming out their tap. There's this thing, it's called forever chemicals. They found in the North Pole and in Antarctica when they tested the ice that there was chemicals.
Some of those chemicals are from them spraying all over like that too. You know,
Oh,
because
you're
they're
talking
trying
about
to, block the sun from Earth.
And now they
Like
finally
Bill
admit it.
talks
That was
about.
conspiracy theory 20 plus years ago. And now the government's come out and admitted to it.
Conspiracy fact, because
What do you think about
conspiracy is not a theory; it's a crime.
The kid looks up at the sky and says, "Hey, Mommy, how come now the clouds look like they're lines? Is somebody trying to sniff some cocaine?"
Yeah.
Because it looks like a
Well, there's
grid.
very minuscule
Tic-tac-toe.
particles
And then you
in
see
the air
weird
that-
shapes.
float all over the planet. Yeah. Microbes, bacteria. Absolutely. There's all kinds of crap in the Antarctic and the Arctic. I wouldn't just drink the water. I would still filter it, I would assume.
You guys remember that movie Firefly? Remember that movie Firefly?
Is that little boy that was?
No, it had the Reavers on there where those people were. They were just like it started from this planet Miranda where they were putting this stuff on the planet that was making people
All
like
calls
want
other
to
than
lay
properly
down.
placed attorney
But a
calls
certain
may be
part of the
monitored and
population,
recorded.
Like lost their shit, wanted to eat you and rape you at the same time. You ever hear of that movie?
Wow.
No.
Really good
I wanna
movie.
see it.
It's called Firefly. Highly recommend it. Because you want to
I'm
know
going to
what?
put that on the movie list.
Because I see people slowing down. They're mentally
Holy
slowing
shit.
down. And it's like we're all getting Mirandized. Mirandized. Yeah, definitely. Highly recommend that movie.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Well, the chick here that does the movies, she said, "Hey, write a big old list of movies, and I'm going to put that on there."
Yeah. Yeah, it's real good.
Got a
It's one of
huge,
those.
huge list. Yeah, Firefly.
Have the movies ever improved? I heard that there's extra movie channels now.
Yeah, we have 5, 6 of them now. And yeah, they kind of have. I mean, we've seen a little TNA. We've a lot of
I
swearing.
bet it's that turd.
The what?
Nothing.
Turds? Yeah, straight
My
turds.
brother, no, my brother had said something about the odor
Straight
outside. and I
turds
was
walking
thinking-
around on 2 legs.
Some people. No, so you said there's 6 channels now, 6 movie channels.
Yeah, 1 through 5, and then 7. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Is it?
Pretty cool.
Are we talking some good movies too? Some new movies or what? What is it?
Oh, dude, it's like wine and dine every night, man. Well,
They don't do 24
Listen to this.
hours. They're not doing 24 hours.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they leave them played from Friday to Friday. It's usually Friday to Friday. 7 movies, 6 movies, 7 days. Listen, man, they just played. As a matter of fact, I think it's still on 14-1. What's it called with Alex Baldwin? Dr. Seuss, Hat and the Cat, or Dr. Seuss, dude, like an 8-year-old movie. It's like, wow, I'll never watch that. I think I've seen it, actually.
Oh, you know what, Tom? I actually have to correct myself. That Firefly was part of a TV series that they turned into a movie called Serenity.
Serenity.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, you might actually hold on.
Don't
You might
think
actually
I've
get
seen
that
it.
on the. You might actually get that
But you
request
know
because
what?
it's Serenity.
You watch it again, right?
Right.
And you watch it with your new eyes. Yeah, that's when movies get good again. You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever seen it. You know, I've seen a lot of movies.
Yeah, it's good.
A lot of movies,
My kid
yeah.
actually told me.
Yeah, but-
He said, "Mommy,
1
watch
minute
that with
remaining.
me again. That's it. I'm gonna break it."
Serenity. Well, I've been down a while. They've been playing movies ever since, you know, from the first day I've been down. So I've seen a lot of the movies. They play a lot of fun. You know what they did at Green Bay real quick before they hang up on us?
Yeah.
Somebody, you remember the part in the Walking Dead where the little girl comes out of the barn and they shoot her?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Somebody griped about it and they stopped playing it. That's what I'm
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's
Get
what I'm
outta here.
fearing
What
is
the
going to happen here.
Poor little Sophia.
Dude, what the hell's wrong with people?
Right. Is that her name?
Yeah, her name was Sophia.
Yeah, Sophia.
Yeah.
Hey, well, hey, if you-
Carol spent so much time looking for
if
her
you get
daughter.
back in
Carol was a
line.
badass, though.
She was.
And then I don't know what
Hey,
happened
if
to
you
Her
her.
get
and
back in
Daryl,
line,
I thought
Tom,
that
get
was
back
gonna
in
be a
line.
lot- Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't believe it's man-made, guys.
It's not.
What?
No, it's not. It comes from the volcanoes. All them volcanoes and all that other stuff is spewing out tons and tons of shit all the time. They talk about it. I don't see why they don't just say, "Hey, Dad, there's the guy.
Some of that's
There he is, right there." They don't do that. They're like, the volcanoes. You know, a bunch of stuff's coming out of it.
No,
right now.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back on it. Nope,
Go
it's
back.
definitely pollution. It's definitely 100%
No,
pollution.
no,
Forever
no.
chemicals, plastic.
There's a lot of that too, but I'm saying that
Plastic.
there's these volcanoes are
The
just
straws.
pumping
Did
this
you
shit.
see? I just watched a 30-second little fuckity
I'm
thing
sorry, I
off
didn't know-
YouTube.
I didn't
where
watch
they
the 30-second
showed-
thing you watched.
Yeah, you didn't because it was a shark, a little like some kind of whale bringing a turtle that had
What?
that had all that stuff wrapped around its neck.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, they cut it off.
Uh-oh.
They did. They cut it off and they put it in.
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Dad's seen it.
Thomas,
Oh.
how long?
an inmate at Racine Correctional Institution. Your account balance is $15.20. To hear the charges for this call, press 2. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call,
Are you
hang
done
up
yet?
now. To block this call and
Look at
all
the
future
robot.
calls, all calls
Look at the
other than
robot right
properly
here.
placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin
You
speaking
want the
now.
robot? You want
Yeah, I want
Manwich
the robot
robot?
right here. I want the Manwich
It's
robot right
over there,
between
to
us
your
here.
Oh,
When we-
dude, why did it go over there?
Alabama.
Alabama's back on the
What's up, man?
scene.
What's cracking?
down
man?
there?
What you wearing?
I bet it's the top and bottom. Yeah,
It's date night.
what?
Date
night.
night.
Hello. Oh, he's pretty hot looking.
Well, don't be shy, Alabama.
Yeah.
Have you heard about?
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard about what's happened to the Iron Sheik?
Nah.
You heard that he died. You know who the Iron Sheik is, right?
No, he don't know. He don't know. Do you know?
You
who
don't
that
know
is?
that?
I don't know.
You know who Hulk
Who is that?
Hogan is?
You want to hear? You want to hear Iron Sheik rant? You want to hear him rant on the internet?
You don't know who he is?
No, first tell him who he is, though.
Oh,
First
well,
tell him
he's a
who he is.
wrestler from the '80s. He had
Yeah,
known for the
him
camel
and-
clutch. He was a gold medalist wrestler, but he became like the internet blew him up.
Dad,
Howard Stern helped
where's my
contribute to
motherfucking
that.
beer?
And this is right here. We're gonna play a little bit of
Give
of
me the beer.
a sound bite of the Iron Sheik.
Did you
All right, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
It's supposed to open. It's supposed to get.
A cognac or arak or whiskey, American whiskey or beer.
Hey, Sheik, talk to the Ultimate Warrior, but don't get crazy. Talk to him. Let's hear what he has to say.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
All right, let's finally get this. Maybe you can be friends again with him.
No,
Ultimate Warrior,
no,
good.
don't say that, Albert. Please, I love you.
Ultimate
I
Warrior.
don't want to be friends with the fag.
Look,
Iron
there-
Sheik. Iron Sheik at the Ultimate Warrior. I'm sick and tired of what you've been saying about me in the media, calling me a faggot. I am the true champion. I will fucking beat your ass anytime, anywhere, when the moon and the stars and the planets align. I will beat your ass.
Now talk to him.
You didn't do it 25 years ago in Georgia with my Pedestrian Club. I beat you. Now, you want to come challenge with me in the arm wrestling?
Your Persian Club,
you
the
are
joke.
faggot. What's the Hulk Hogan?
The camel clutch.
Tough.
The camel clutch.
Sheik,
is
look
the
at this guy.
biggest joke
He
in
shaves his
wrestling.
chest. He shaves his chest, Sheik. Look
Because
at him.
if he's a fag too.
What kind of man? Shave his
yeah,
chest.
look at the man doesn't shave the head chest. You know he wants to be fucking cocksucker, gay, fag.
Fuck you! Fuck you, Sheik! I'm tired of that. I've never touched a cock. I've never seen another man's cock. I don't know what gives you the right to think that I'm a faggot.
Listen, all Encore Magazine, New York, and all the boys WWE, they know that's because you lost the face. You left the Kennedy McMahon Federation.
That is
Because
bullshit.
you're a cocksucker, no good son of a bitch.
You are the son of a bitch. I will beat you
All
anytime,
right, thank you.
anywhere.
I was hoping you guys could have a
I
dialogue.
just
I'm
say,
done with it.
I'm ready anytime you want. Arm wrestling, anything you want. What's on contract with the Howard
Sheik,
or Kennedy McMahon?
Fuck that guy. Fuck him.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Fuck him.
All right,
Exactly.
on our satellite right now, and you can see him face to face. He claims he will look you in the eye. Randy Macho Man Savage. He's not ready. He is not. All right, we will get to them. I'm going to bring him on, and I want you to tell him off finally, face to face, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He's ready, Howard.
All right, good. Let's get him on, and let's see what happens. Randy Macho Man Savage. What happened between you two guys?
Well, Randy is another cheap Jew son of a bitch. And then he come my room. He used my marijuana. He drink my beer. And then we go London. We go overseas and poor Elizabeth.
Put him up on the satellite right now. Let's hear what he has to say for himself. Are you a cheap Jew son of a bitch?
Oh, yeah, let me tell you something, Iron Sheik. I might be a cheap Jew son of a bitch, but you're a curry, piss-smelling sand nigger. When I get you in the ring at Madison Square Garden, I will give you your own camel clutch and fuck you in your fucking shitty, curry-smelling mouth.
Fine, if you are the man, you're not Jew faggot son of a bitch. Come and show me, because I'm ready. I'm a real Shia Muslim. Assalamu alaikum, ya.
You are a coffee-selling, cab-driving, terrorist, no-good piece of shit. You suck on camel cock. Oh, yeah.
You are cheap son of a bitch. You didn't pay for Elizabeth hot dog.
Elizabeth, let me tell you something about Elizabeth.
Because you
Let me tell you something about Elizabeth. Let me tell you.
Anytime you want.
Let me tell you
Wait a
something
second.
about Elizabeth. Oh,
Wait
yeah,
a second.
she died, but she died from the smell of curry on your fucking piss-smelling breath.
Oh, Elizabeth was a beautiful lady. You cheap son of a bitch. You didn't care, Elizabeth. That's because Elizabeth going to Georgia to the Luger office, and Luger is another gimmick man.
You didn't
Let me
care
tell you-
about Elizabeth.
Let me tell you
Exactly.
something, Sheik.
And anytime he want my marijuana, he come my room. Anytime he be in my room, him and Hulk Hogan, but they never return it back.
Elizabeth always thought you were a coke-snorting, camel jockey faggot piece of shit. Oh, yeah. She died from smelling the curry coming out of your
We're going to work,
shit,
Jill.
smelling terrorist skin, Sheik. Yeah.
All right, enough of you.
I'm gonna take your turban, Sheik, and wipe my balls and ass with it. What do you think of this, Sheik?
Why, I'm gonna give you a favor. Go fuck
look what he's doing.
yourself.
He's whipping out his
What do you
cock.
think of that,
That's
Sheik?
his penis.
There you go. That's what I'm gonna do to you.
That's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
You can
There it
go
is.
fuck yourself.
Here
But
it
if you're
is.
a man, come in here
Sheik,
in the
look what
Howard
he's
Stone
doing.
Show, I tell you.
Sheik, look,
Look at this,
he
Sheik.
took a picture of you and put his penis through the mouth.
Because he's a motherfucker piece of shit, another fucking cocksucker fag.
Looks like you're smoking a cigar.
Yeah. I'm gonna
right,
come.
thank
I'm
you,
gonna
thank
come
you.
on
Yeah,
your
that's
turban.
why I fucked your wife like that.
All right, listen, Sheik, you are the greatest wrestler of all time, in my opinion.
Greatest performer.
The greatest performer as well. And for you to be insulted by these new wrestlers and not to be treated by Vince McMahon with respect is a shame. It's
Well,
a
that's,
shame.
Hold on. There's one more now. Because there's one that was before that. And the other one, the one that I'm trying to find, That one is
dude. If
just
that guy said all that stuff in today's
Holy
world,
I'm surprised he didn't
they
have a
would
heart
be
attack.
calling for his fucking balls on a gold platter. Fuck silver.
Wow, that was
they would just want every piece of him. They don't even care.
That guy was.
I-
I'm surprised he didn't have a heart attack.
They can't talk like that nowadays, man. They would be, oh my Lord.
Yeah, there's no way he
Hold
would
on.
ever be able to. Not even
This
on
is
the
on
Howard
YouTube, though.
Stern
This is
show.
on YouTube, though.
I know, but
They didn't
Howard
pull
Stern
it?
would never,
why
Howard Stern would never do
pull
a
that?
video thing like that
Give him a
nowadays.
speech.
For
Hey,
being
look what they
a
did,
shock jock, he wouldn't do it. Mm-mm.
Hey, look what they did to Chucky, the head coach for the damn Raiders, man.
Oh yeah, they got rid of him. They fired him.
Oh, yeah. He said he made some mention about how one of the players' lips looked like a damn Michelin.
No, look what, yeah,
And they
tires.
fired his ass off of that.
You look like the Michelin Man.
The lips were. He said his lips were so big they
Other
were
than
like
properly
Michelin tires.
placed, attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
Weird.
They can't be talking like that nowadays, man.
Well, here, let's see. I want to find the one now where Art impersonates Iron Sheik, and you really can't tell the difference between who's who. That's how good his impersonation is.
Broke. I didn't have money, like you said. I'm suitcase, my suitcase, 8 ball of coke. Try to make you humble.
I'll make you humble. In
Here
Pontiac,
it is.
Michigan, in front of
Here it
93,000
is.
people that I will
Hold
sell
on.
out, I'll fuck your ass.
All right, here we go.
Iron Sheik Jr.
Oh, there he is, Iron Sheik Jr.
You lose the microphone, Stern.
This guy was just signed by the WWE for $2 million, and he's calling himself Iron Sheik
Yes.
Jr.
No, I no call myself Iron Sheik Jr. I call myself the real Iron Sheik because that jabroni you have sitting right there in your studio is a fucking no good faggot piece of shit, motherfucker jabroni piece of faggot shit.
This
and
guy-
if I ever see him, I'm going to fucking kill him, you cheap fucking son of a bitch. I'm the real Iron Sheik. I'm the real Iron Sheik. You are faggot.
But if you are the not faggot,
You are
come over
faggot.
here. I
Oh, yeah.
suggest you. I'll fuck your ass. I'll make you happen. You know.
This
I'll
guy's
make you
yelling at
humble.
himself.
Bitch.
I'll make you
Already.
humble. I
You
will
come in here.
fucking. I'm
Come
the real
and
Iron.
get it.
You stole the camel clutch.
Son
You
of a bitch.
You son of
You
a
are
bitch.
embarrassing. Put me in the list.
You stole the camel clutch from my father, and you will die for it. You stole the
This
camel
guy,
clutch.
sir, let me ask you something. You're
Fuck
getting $2
what?
million.
Fuck.
You're getting $2 million from Vince McMahon.
He paid me last
And
night
you're stealing
$2
this man.
million in whores and cash and cocaine and the crack and the marijuana because he said you're the Iron Sheik. This Iron
We'll let
Sheik
the
is a
Iron
piece of
Sheik.
faggot
What do you
shit.
think of this fucking guy? He's stealing
I
your
think
whole
he's a
act.
punk.
You're a
Piece of
punk.
shit. If you have a balls,
Yeah.
come show me.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, you are like Michael Jackson.
No, you
are
no.
a little kid.
You are-
forget like Baltimore Ware and Blair
you.
Blair. But I am the man with the 10-inch
All
cock.
right, thank
You
you.
are worse
see
than
me?
Michael
Come on.
Jackson. You are worse than Michael Jackson. You are faggot. You have 10-inch cock because you put it in a guy's ass, you piece of shit.
Well, if you're the man enough, come
Yeah.
show me, motherfucker.
I am
I'm
man
gonna
enough.
fuck your ass and I'm gonna break your back.
Try
and
it.
make you
Pontiac, Michigan, in front of 93,000 people that I will sell out. I'll fuck your ass.
Well, I just say,
Well,
talk
yeah.
is
Yeah,
cheap.
after
Talk
the
is
break your
cheap.
back
This
thing.
is the
Talk
real
is
Iron
cheap.
Sheik.
Just
This
like
is the
you.
real champion. Get the
No,
fuck
no,
out of
no.
here.
Howard, he
Fuck you.
stole the
Fuck
camera
you.
clutch.
You are another
stole the
Baltimore
camera
Ware.
clutch.
All right, that's enough of that. But
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that guy.
He's gone.
I just
My head is
wow.
ringing. My head's going.
I was
Yeah.
He's gonna fuck his back up. He's gonna power drive that.
Oh man.
now I'm listening to that yesterday on the bus, and I look at the lady who's the refugee person on the median, like all this stuff. This is my day, you know. While I take a laptop that took a dump on me to another, you know. Oh my gosh! But I'm laughing, I'm cracking up, and I'm wondering.
How big were the dumps?
No, I'm talking. Well, you talking about the butt dump? I told you about
No,
the giant
the
turd.
computer took a dump
Oh
on you.
yeah. You know, I found out that laptop, the guy said it was the motherboard. Yeah, but anyhow, I got a hold of eBay. It's a long story. It's a long story.
Sounds like
it's a long.
provided
I tell you what,
situation.
I might end up getting
motherboard
stuck with that
left.
money. I haven't bought that laptop. I bought a second laptop so I can do content apart from streaming here. And it's just a bummer to buy something and then I didn't even use it for like 30 hours and then just fried out.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
So I humble you, Alabama. Are you done? No.
Yeah.
I am the true.
Okay.
And the true Iron Sheik. Holy cow, that was
I am
like
the true Manwich Chic.
yeah, that was entertaining yet very like terrifying to hear at the same time.
I'm surprised that old man didn't give a
10-inch
heart
dick,
attack.
Fuck that, I'd die. Like
You know, that yelling and shit, dude. You'd be thinking like,
Yeah.
you're like,
I would have loved to see his face during that video of him doing that. That'd have
Wow,
been great.
hey.
He must have been spitting like a
yeah, that's
rabid
what I was
dog.
picture too, like someone's all
foaming
covered.
at the mouth
yeah.
and shit.
Coming down, just not even caring.
You know, I was thinking of Hulk Hogan this morning, and it's like, you know, there's got to come a point where Hulk Hogan, when he wakes up, he says to himself, "Who died today? Who's next?" Because there's so many of these older these guys from the '80s that they just drop.
Oh, dude, they're really old.
Well, even 20 years ago, let's say Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, he died early. Mr. Perfect died early.
Dude, that was sad.
Yeah, there's
Macho
a lot of those.
Man.
Yeah, a lot of those guys.
Macho
did that.
Man died. Matter of fact, okay, now Mr. Perfect died of cocaine overdose, but okay, like Macho Man died of a heart attack, and people would say that's because of steroids and his heart continued to grow, right? And he died driving in a car. I think it is. He was driving and he had a heart attack and crashed with his remarried with his wife, a woman that he had remarried. Or he had married, you know, second marriage. So it comes to the point though, like, okay, Iron Sheik died. You got Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You got so few guys from the '80s where I was like the kind of like the golden age of like really cool wrestling. That's when wrestling became wrestling.
Shit, that was the best.
That
That was the
was the
fucking
best.
great. That was the
Th-
shit, dude. When
those
I was a little
British
kid waking up,
Bulldogs.
and then you wait for that show.
Yeah,
and you
they
watch
would
it.
come out with those bulldogs, and
I
the
liked
the
that
way
shit.
that they stood and walked like that, they looked like a
I liked all
fucking
that.
bulldog
I
on
liked
two
all that stuff,
legs, man.
You know, you
Ultimate
said
Warrior was badass.
Alabama. You said Steve Austin.
All them older guys.
And they have that mouth of the South. Remember?
What about Sting?
Jimmy,
Oh,
mouth
Jimmy
of the
Hart.
South.
Jimmy Hart.
Yeah.
What about who?
What about Sting, man?
Sting.
Sting was awesome.
Well,
Sting, he was all right.
you know what? Because you say Sting, right? And you're from down south. I wouldn't. Okay, I'm sure. Like you, but you were. Would I be correct to say that you are more acquainted with the NWA and WCW?
Yeah.
See, up here, man, we were WWF. We were I didn't hear about WCW until like the mid '90s.
Yeah, way later
What about
when it
what
kind
about
of
the
like wore
Junkyard
off a little
Dog?
bit up here.
Yes and no. I would have known more about Coco Beware than the Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard
My
Dog.
dad actually talked to him face to face.
All
And-
calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
One where he had to do a drop where he was an 18-wheel driver. My dad was an 18-wheel driver, and where he had to do one of his drops, Junkyard Dog was there. He actually got to talk to him face to face.
Wait, what about that George the Animal? What was his name? Was that his name? The Animal?
Oh, George
Yeah.
the Animal Steel.
Yes,
that
he
his
had
name?
all that fur on him. What was
Oh,
he
he
on?
was
Was he
scary.
WWC?
He was
right?
WWF.
He could have been
WWF.
NWA, but
Well,
I'm sure he's in the
I
Hall
I feel
of
like
Fame.
he started off in
The WWF.
the other one.
That's what
You
it
say
all was.
NWA, and I just want
Beefcake guy,
to.
all them
Niggas
people.
with attitude.
Yeah.
What about
Brutus the
Varsity?
Barber.
Like the
Brutus
police.
the Barber, Beefcake.
Yeah, he stopped fighting because he had his
Yeah.
orbital bone broken in a boating accident.
I remember
What's
that when
an
that happened
orbital
to him.
bone?
Orbital
here.
bone.
Right here around your eye. He busted this, and his eye fell behind there, and then they had to, and then go.
What about the Varsity
Oh
Kids?
fuck
What are they
that!
doing?
The Varsity Kids, who's that?
All that good shit.
We
There's
never.
just two guys that just dress up in regular varsity wrestling gear and just
The Steiner
I don't
brothers,
know.
Rick
think
Steiner
so.
and his brother. That's what you're talking
I
about.
think
They were,
so.
and they had, them were the dudes there. The Steiner brothers there. He had that over his ears because he was a wrestler, and he had the regular like thing that they wear. I don't know what they call it. But they wore that thing, man, and they were badass. That guy.
They had them retarded looking helmets on.
No, you're talking.
Remember the retarded looking helmets they have on?
No, Demolition had paint.
The Road Warriors?
No, because the Road Warriors had the football pads with spikes.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody who had helmets on their head.
Yeah, who had a helmet?
You know what, guys? I'm super aware of like all of this and stuff because like, oh man,
Because
Hulk
you used to
Hogan was
scream
hot.
to it too.
Hell yeah, and the Savage,
Macho Man,
Macho
Randy
Man
Savage.
I
You ever see
loved
him
him
in
by
Shaving
far.
Life?
Like,
Dude, you want to hear?
He
You want to
was
hear
my
Macho
guy
Man?
and
Oh,
the Mouth
dude.
of the South, but like I remember like either like the really bad guys.
The Michael Hart, Bret Hart, the Hart
Yes.
Foundation.
Oh, and the Hart Foundation. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
all that
See,
stuff.
you're
And I
just
think
bringing back all these
Elizabeth,
weird
she ended up
memories,
going
but
over there to them.
yeah,
Stuff like that. Was a big gold thing going on. It was like some crazy shit, dude. I remember the last time I watched like a wrestling for the last time.
was when The Rock.
No, it was when I was watching it by Eric's house, and his mom was watching that shit, and there was like this older woman that was there, and she was like romancing and talking about some wrestler having her baby. I was like, dude, what the hell is going on with the wrestling, dude? It's like crazy, dude. It's all being seductive and like talk about this dude and shit and all that and whatever. And I was like, that was that. But the last time I watched it was badass because like all these like older wrestlers like came back onto the show like. And I just happened to watch it that day, and I was like, "Wow, dude!" It was like remembering it, like captured me from way back, and brought me from where I was to
Yeah,
that
The
time.
Rock was the last time when he came
That
to
was
Milwaukee,
cool shit,
like
man.
20 years ago.
I'm glad
22
they did that
years
because
ago.
after that, a lot of those
he
people
came
were
here
dead.
and he
Roddy
was-
Piper and shit.
Yeah, I love
You know-
Roddy Piper too, and
No,
Jake
we're-
the Snake.
I think that
Jake
Roddy
the Snake Roberts.
I think Roddy Piper would have been alive today. He was seeking to make a comeback,
Yeah.
and they said he was taking performance enhancing
He
drugs.
did a documentary that killed him.
What was the documentary?
They Live.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I know
You start talking about all
theory
somebody's
is-
gone.
The conspiracy
Yeah.
theory is that, well, and it's kind of true because you see subliminal messages everywhere.
Yeah.
I just seen one earlier today. It said,
just-
"Obey this sign."
Yeah, stop.
It did. It said, "Stop
Well, you
above
should have
it."
fucking stopped at that sign because
Yes.
other people are coming.
You should know
That's
that. You
not
should.
the
It's
same.
already a stop
That's
sign.
not
You already
the
know-
1 minute
same.
remaining.
Obey looked really
You know what? When they show
pronounced. Okay,
You
it
know
looked like
what?
I could see that word. All the other words didn't mean anything. I just could only see that one.
Well, Alabama, get back in line, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, get
Hot.
back
It's
in
getting
line.
hot. It's a hot Saturday night here. 80-some degrees in the Milltown. Ish.
Yeah.
80. No, I'm lying. It's
We got-
getting
I
fucking
seen the storm
cold again.
twice today.
I need
We
a
still got an
sweater.
hour and a half of the show.
Yeah.
You get back on, plug in again.
Dude,
All right, man.
Yeah.
We want that
Hey,
excitement and
before-
energy
before
out
I
of you.
forget it.
What?
Hey, before I forget it, whoever's out there listening, if you want to drop your personal email for me to put on my tablet, you can put it on
The Manwich.
the Manwich Show, gmail@gmail.com. I wish I could give them your phone number.
Too much
I like
information.
Dude, you know, that's not an overreach. I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
you never know. I could
You-
have the wrong person
You want
calling.
some
Overreach.
people talking.
I thought of a reach around.
See, it's different.
I'm a pig.
Different.
Well, get back on the line, man. Get back in line.
Yeah. It'll be
Getting back in that line.
Saturday night.
There, I'll put the caller's hotline number up. But we got a call.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
that lady again.
True.
an inmate at Fox Lake Correctional Institution.
up.
Your account balance is $13.85. To hear the charges for this call, all calls other than properly placed attorney calls
guy,
may be
so I know.
monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hello, new guy.
Hello. Hello.
How you doing today, man? Can you give us your name?
Oh, my name is Silky Nash.
Oh, what's going on, Silk? It's Rich. This is Harvey right here. What's up, man? So you
What's
said
going on? How you doing, man?
we're all doing good here today at the studio.
Yep. Hanging out at the Manwich
Yep.
channel here. Showing it up.
So what's up,
How
man?
y'all doing?
Yeah, we're doing good. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, what?
Hey, say hi.
He's out there. He was just zoning out. Hey, wake up! Somebody shake him over there.
So
Gotta
what's
get his
up,
blood
man?
pressure back up.
You said you got a lot to talk about, man. Go ahead. You got the mic, man. You got a whole 20 minutes. Whatever you want to talk about, you go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about my case, man. No, I think they railroaded me in Milwaukee County justice system, right? And I went to trial with no witnesses, and they still found me guilty. I've been to the lineup, I beat the lineup and everything, and I still can't wrap my head around this. Like, I've been locked up for 24 years, and it's like they is not hearing me or respecting me, man, on this appeal, none of that.
So hold on. So
like,
there was no physical evidence either?
No. They had two witnesses made statements, but they ran. So I'm thinking the case for it get dropped, dismissed, they still buy me up for trial and found me guilty, right? And it's about my mother, though. You know, my mother, she was raped and kidnapped and beaten, but she got away, and she came and got me, right? And it just went a whole different way of the situation, right? And so I told him, like, man, like, what it was, like, my mother was beaten, raped, and kidnapped, and, like, they looked over that. They didn't care at all. Like, they didn't care at all. They just wanted that conviction, right?
Yeah.
Well, they found you guilty by proxy. They found you guilty by proxy.
Yeah, I've been fighting for 24 years, man.
Yeah. So they found you guilty by that.
Yeah.
How many years did they give you?
Oh, they gave me life with parole. I got 5 years left now to go see parole. So, and I wrote the parole commissioner. He said, my first time seeing him, I'll be getting released. So we'll see how that is. Right. 2029. So.
Wow, you got some life.
But yeah, it just.
Out of all the programs,
yeah,
out of the programs that have you taken any programs?
Yeah, I took some programs.
Now let me ask you this: in the programs, did they want you to admit that you did it, or what?
No, it ain't that type of program. He's like thinking for a change.
Okay.
But that really don't. That's just the cover up though. Because like the time I got, they really don't give you. They really didn't give me a program. I got a volunteer take program. So like, say I want to take a program and I want to volunteer take it, they'll put me on the list. But if somebody else need it, they'll take me off the list and give it to them.
Because they're like, in other words, because they're like, you don't have an immediate need for it or something, or you weren't court ordered for it.
Right, it's not no court order, but I still want it on my file just to take it. That's why I said I volunteer to take it, but they won't let me take it though. So this whole prison system, DOC, man, just messed up, man, for all of us in here, man. For all of us in here.
So, like, what did your appeal attorney do for you?
Railroad with me. Really, he put in one issue after I sent him like 20 issues. He put in one issue what he wanted to put in, and they shut it down.
So have you ever heard of a 974.06?
Yes, I did that too.
So now, when you did the 974.06, did you bring up all 20 of those issues?
Yes, I did, and they shut them down. Yes, they did. Yes, I did. They shut them down. Yeah. And then, like, I talked to this one lawyer. I talked to like several different lawyers. They was like, you shouldn't be locked up for this. That's exactly what they told me. Like, you shouldn't be locked up for this because they got to be 100% on who killed who on a homicide, and they not 100%. And like I said, I went to trial with no witnesses. Did nobody come to my trial? They still found me guilty, and I don't understand how.
Hold on, let me ask my host here. Ken, what did you mean by proxy, guilty by proxy?
That means that one of these, without a witness or without evidence in that physical evidence, but hearsay evidence, them two or whoever had said something, and there was a statement written out, but they ran. But the statements were there. The statements were there, so they found you guilty according to what was there, the evidence they had, and your lawyer should have been looking into that and looking at that and see what that
You
was.
should have called up on them witnesses and prove that those people were real people to show up in person.
So you're telling me, because it seems like my co-hosts here, they understand it. I don't understand it. You mean to tell me that the two people that testified, these people that claimed that you committed the murder, they didn't show up for court?
No, not at all.
So what happened? So their statement, who read their statement in court then? Because you have a right to face your accuser.
The state did. And I told my lawyer, I said, the state can't do that, man. They can't read their statement to the jury, man.
And so what?
And he just let it go by.
The judge never, did your attorney file a motion against that? In your trial?
The judge said my lawyer should have caught that.
Okay, so in other words, so the judge allowed those testimonies to be read in court, even though your Sixth Amendment right was violated. Your attorney didn't.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Because you got people that are you got people right now that for that same similar situation, and they've had their charges thrown out. And I'm sure you've heard all kinds of stories. Yeah. So I heard you say something about a night.
Then properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
I heard you talk about a night petition. You're bringing up a night petition. So, and you said they shot that down too. I don't know anything about a night petition. So for the viewers, would you like to fill in for the viewers and us here in the studio? What's a night petition? Like, what's that all about? And did you do it yourself?
A night petition is like when you bring new discovery of evidence. And I had brought new discovery evidence. I had the lady who, before she passed away, she recanted her statement. And they said they shot that down too. She recanted her statement saying, I ain't had nothing to do with it. She lied on me and everything. I still got her statement and everything, and they still looked over it, still shot me down.
So, Ken, is that called like an
This was last year.
And you said now she's no longer with us, right? She's dead. She died.
Right.
Was that statement like an affidavit? Is that what they call like an affidavit then?
Yep, an affidavit, yep. Because she went to my sister and told my sister she lied on me about everything. She just wanted some money. And so they went to the attorney, the paid attorney I had got. And he had went over everything with them and all that. So he sent me a copy of it. I had used that. And they still shut it down. So, I'm just been fighting. I've just been fighting, man. Putting up a fight with these people. It's like I can't get respect in this system for nothing, man. I've been talking to lawyers, and it's like man, it's crazy. But I ain't gonna stop fighting though. Definitely ain't gonna stop fighting.
Nah, hey, let me ask you this: have you ever heard of a guy named George Key that was in prison? They call him man.
Who?
George Key. His real name's George Key. Nah. Anyhow, he's another guy.
I never heard of.
There's another guy that he's on this podcast. He hosts. He's not here tonight, but he said he met you when he was in the joint. He was in prison for like 15 years. Yeah. But I bring him up because like he went to trial and he says that he didn't do it. You know what I mean? And he did 15 years in prison.
Right.
And I'm like, I told him, I said, right now you're on probation because he should be under the truth and sentencing. But I told him, I said, you're on probation. You could still be appealing, Right. Like you even like, if the Lord blesses you and you get out, you get paroled, man, you got to keep pursuing that, man. Get that off your record and get these people out your life. You know what I mean? Because even on probation, you're going to have to continue to answer to them and deal with them. And you remember a guy named Dave Hebert? He was on Washington Unit, a white guy, bald-headed white guy. He was in there for killing his wife. Do you remember that or no? You remember this guy?
Yeah, I remember him.
Now listen, I don't want look, when I say this not in reference to you. I'm just talking about his situation, right? Just his situation. With his situation, they gave him 30 years to life, right? Well, 30 years with a possibility of parole after 30 years. And they shot him down. They had shot him down. And and it's like, dude, the guy did 30 years in prison. He did all the programs that you asked for. And I bring this up for the viewers to listen and realize, like you have people that when they're compliant and they're in prison, they don't have to let you out on parole. They don't have to. And when a guy's done, like, for instance, like with Dave, he did 30 years, and then the parole board told him, they didn't tell him, like, well, we'll give you a 12-month or a 6-month defer. They said, we're going to give you 4-year defer. So they want you doing, so you know what I mean? Now, I'm not, you know, like, you know, God forbid that happens with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, you know, under that old law, have you ever tried, well, I mean, that wouldn't even help you neither. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you went to trial and you're maintaining your innocence. Right. So, because what I was gonna say is to be resentenced, but again, that's not, that wouldn't play into your situation. It's a bummer to be under the old law in Wisconsin, because again, like I said, they don't have to let you out. They can. And people that are under the old law. I can't say this for I've heard people under the old law say, though, it's like a human farm. Like they want to just keep them in there and not let them out, because unlike truth in sentencing, where they have to let you out, even if they don't want to let you out, they gotta let you out because you've done that part of time that you just served.
You know, I feel like they make so much money off our men in prison.
That's what it's all about.
And they take away our men. And then who's there to help our boys? Who's there to help our boys?
The strange, freaking lefty females that are all like saying, "Hey, you're a little
weird
girl
shit
now."
that's like left over because their families left open for that weird shit that's
the
out
state
there.
Becomes the dad. The state becomes the mom.
Yeah, and that's what the state is full of, like weird shit and people that get your name, and then they're like pit bulls on this shit. They never let you go. You're on a list every time you're in the car. They run your plates, and then everybody was associated the last time they were in the car. Blah 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 blah.
Shit, I remember when I was a kid, I used to get pulled over all the time because of the kind of car I had, and I was 18. It's like,
dude,
I can't have a nice fucking car. I saved all that money, man. What the fuck?
I'm in a car. I'm not even driving. I see a cop. They're not gonna hurt me or anything like that. But they're gonna fucking pull me over because you wanna know why? They're time sucker uppers. They're to fuck with you and poke the bear and get some kind of reaction out of you so they can ticket, tax, repeat.
Right.
Got to make that money.
And you can do anything. They can do whatever they want and say whatever they want because that's the way it is. Right. And that sucks because like 25 years ago, they didn't have body cams like they do now. They kind of protect everybody. Because when you listen to our politicians talk, they're a bunch of jackasses. What a bunch of jerks. Their kids are all high on cocaine, killing their neighbors and their best friend and shit like that. And you're sticking up for what you have. You're doing like the fucking castle law shit, and you're going to jail. You better not defend yourself. And you know what? Right. And it's well known. It's well known through the universe. The only people that are not allowed to protect themselves are fucking slaves. And I'm not a slave for anybody. I pay too much in fucking taxes for that
fuck
shit.
That. I spend a lot of money
Bullshit.
in taxes.
Right.
Fucking bastards.
More people need to talk more about stuff like this to get angry about it. You know, man. These people that are being voted in,
these fuckers
this shit's got to stop.
Me or you, dude. They're only worried about them,
they're
dude.
fucking everything up.
I just found, like, the older I got, dude, man, the more asshole I really... Dude, it seems like everybody's a fucking asshole.
1 minute remaining.
Bunch of jackasses.
Hey,
Silky Nash, thanks for reaching out to us. I'm gonna Google you up and see what you got going on. I know you're gonna call again and stuff like that. I'm gonna be prepared the next call. Have some good questions. And check out, see what you got going on.
Yeah, hit us up next week. Hit us up next week. Did you get a hold of Kenny?
I sure will.
Did you get a hold of Kenny or no? Did you get a hold of Kenny?
I hit it this morning. I'll see him tomorrow, and I'm passing the number for him.
All right, hit him up, man. Let him see that flyer that you got, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let those guys in there know they got a voice.
We know you're human. You're human. You're alive.
We hear you, man.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all, man. All of y'all, I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, you bet. You bet.
Yeah, man. We love you, man. Stay strong, man.
We love you. God bless you, man.
I love, man. I'll talk to y'all next week.
All right. All right.
Look forward to it.
Yep. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Later. You bet.
Yep. All right.
Well, I felt that call.
Yeah, dude. Oh, you did. You got tears in your eyes, man. Wow, that's crazy.
That hurts because, like, you
sure it's not the alcohol, though?
You know what? It isn't just that. It's just like you hear about this shit all the time. You should get a reaction out of people. It should happen.
Take a little break there.
Yeah, I want to take a little break. I need to smoke a cigarette is what I need to do.
We got another
We
caller.
got another caller. What's going on in the world here?
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Thomas, Alan.
an inmate at Racine Correctional Institution. Your account balance is $12.80. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
What's up?
What's going on, Alabama? So check it out, man. Got a hold of Silk. Remember Silk? Silky Nash?
Yeah.
Isn't that something? That's his real name, man. His parents actually named him Silk, man. There's nothing against him. That's I'm not knocking him. I'm not making fun of him. I'm saying I remembered his name, man. I wrote to him. Yeah,
so he's that smooth. He's that smooth. His parents called him Silk.
Yeah, they named him Silky. They didn't name him Silk. They named him Silky. Yep.
Silky.
Yep, Silky. So
so he's a smoothie.
He's a what?
He's a smoothie.
I don't know about that. I thought you said Susie. So what's going on, brother? I don't know. What's the smoothie mean? Is that down south for something? Is that slang for down south? Is that southern slang?
Well, silk is smooth. If your silk is smooth,
Oh,
if your
you know
silky,
what?
you're smoothie.
Oh, dude, that went over my head. Yeah, probably, I would say, probably, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's probably like that, hip hop. So what's up, man? What's cracking?
Do you want to talk to the Iron Sheik like you? Yeah, I fight you, I humble you, I break your back.
Dude, I tell you, man, Iron Sheik passing away. They're just dropping like flies, those 80s wrestlers, man. He was a 70s, 80s wrestler. What?
I would like to expand my second family.
Who's your second family? Oh.
You're my second family, but I'd like to expand my second. I would like to get a bigger group. I would like to get way more people that are just like you. There's a diamond in the damn rough.
Well,
with your mindset, but you got that Mother Teresa mindset, man. Mother Teresa, she didn't go off of what somebody. She didn't go off of what other people said about someone. She actually got to know the person personally, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I could get people to give me their damn, if I can get a handful of people to give me their damn personal email, it'd be great. Because I can't handle government emails at all. So if I can get a bunch of people to
why can't
give
you
me
have
their
why can't
personal email,
why can't you have government emails?
They said if they allowed to have government emails, then we would be able to text the damn warden here and rat the shit out of his ass because he would have a government email. That's the only way you'd be able to. So they don't allow government emails at all. Some retarded ass shit. Some dude fucking told me. Some CO told me that. Correctional officer told me that, and he used that for an excuse because they don't want nobody having government emails because they would freaking be harassing the shit out of the damn warden here.
No, you know what it is? You know what that makes me think? That makes me think because if you guys got a hold of people in positions of power and influence, you would have a voice. And then you could have something done in terms of human rights.
You remember that lady down there in Alabama that helps out veterans in prison? She mainly helps out Alabama prison veterans, that are in Alabama prisons.
No.
I remember I told her name was Margarita High. She sent me her government email.
Oh wow,
so
dude!
I told you I put that in my tablet, the government email.
And what happened?
And nobody ever fucking gave me a notice or anything. I had to find out through when I went to my veterans meetings.
Yeah.
Because I go to veterans meetings every the second Wednesday in every month. All the veterans here.
Yeah.
Go there. And I had to find out from the dude that was head of the veterans meeting. He told me, is the inmate?
Yeah.
He told me that they cannot allow that government
Oh, dude, you know what you do?
Come up and,
You know what you do? Check it out. You send me her email, and I'll email her. You send me her email, I'll email her, man. You know, if it's the Lord's will, nothing happens outside of God's will. If it's God's will, I'll be able to email her, and if anything, I'll just work as a middleman, witch.
yeah, that's another reason why I would like to have some personal email, because I know you're a lot of times that you can't be a middleman because of your work and stuff and other things. Yeah, but some things, you know, you can be a middleman, but then I would like to have somebody that's like full time or whatever. Somebody that's like loves to do that shit. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, check it out. The more you show, the more the Lord blesses us with podcast episodes, and the more you call in. You know, this podcast being on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. I mean, anybody can be on YouTube. You know, but Rumble, you know, a conservative platform like Rumble. You know, something's got to give. Whether it's for you or another guy, you know, to where there'll be like a breakthrough of some sort. Because again, you got people.
You know,
what?
You know, of any damn thing, I don't know why the hell they banked me for my first time. I was 40 years old now. I'm 50 years old now. I'm 40 years. My first time in prison, they banked me for 35 years. Why they give 75% or more people only 10 years total. You know, the first time, whether it be 5 in, 5 out, I was offered 6 in and 4 out, and they just ignored that shit. And they banked me for something that they could never fucking prove. And that's what pisses me off. You know what I mean? It ain't like they had evidence. They had no evidence. They had no witnesses. They had no physical proof. They had no DNA. They had nothing but fucking words spit in the fucking air. Confabulated fucking words spit in the fucking air. And something that will never be able to be fucking proved ever. And they banked me for 35 fucking years like I slaughtered somebody, like I killed somebody, man.
Like you skinned somebody alive.
And cooked and ate them.
I don't understand that shit, man. It don't make makes no sense to me, man.
I see a lot of people play the system.
Guess what? This year, December the 14th, 2023 this year, I will have 10 years in. And that's what pisses me off and hurts me the worst, man. I'll have 10 years in at the end of this fucking year. And I could have been out if they would have been fair to me and gave me 6 in or 4 out.
Up and say, yes, I can, when they say, no, you can't.
I mean, it's crazy, bro. And they got a damn case law about that. Rippo versus Baker.
Right.
Supreme Court, that's a Supreme Court case law. 2017 case law. Rippo versus where judges' bias is too high to be constitutional. And I don't understand why they bank me on something they know they never can fucking prove.
The maximum sentence for that is 20 years.
And they know they fucking violated my constitutional amendment, because why the fuck would you want to suppress something within 2 weeks?
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
Let me ask you this.
That means they had exculpatory evidence that could have won my fucking name, exonerated my fucking case. And they sabotaged the motherfucker on purpose and then banked me 35 years for my first time in prison. That's crazy, man. And nobody gives a shit out there.
You're from Alabama.
Like I said, I've been on this live podcast 23 times on this live podcast, and I fall underneath all Christians and all military people, because I'm ex-military. I'm a military veteran. My character of service was honorable, and I'm a Christian. So I fall into 2 groups, and you're going to tell me that nobody's ever been in my fucking shoes? Nobody's ever, and we have a motto, never leave a fallen warrior behind on any battlefield in life? Never. And then my fucking public defender was a damn ex-military motherfucker himself and stabbed me in the fucking back. I mean, that shit even pisses me off. That means one of my stakes that I put my hand up and swore to support and defend the Constitution fucked me over on purpose.
You know what Alex Jones would say about this?
What would he say?
Well, I know what Alex Jones would say about this, Alabama.
What did Alex say?
Hitler took the guns. Stalin took the guns. Mao took the guns. Fidel Castro took the guns. Hugo Chavez took the guns. And I'm here to tell you, 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
1776 will commence again.
Hey,
What?
that's another damn thing. My fucking shit I'm in here for has nothing to do with goddamn weapon, bro. But I can't fucking own a fucking gun. And I had an expert badge in the fucking military.
1776 will commence again.
That's right, man. They took your,
that's the best badge you can get in the goddamn military, man.
Check it out. They don't even let people with felons on probation vote. Now talk about that. That to me, that's a travesty. Like I can't vote. I want to vote conservative. I want to vote against this transgender stuff. I want to vote against. I really do, and I can't.
Hey, you know what?
So I'm just like,
you know what's
I don't
funny?
have.
Did you get exonerated from?
You know what?
governor?
I just want shitty people out of public.
I haven't
Out
wrote
of
to
public
him.
Did you?
office.
Did you?
No,
You want
I
to hear
haven't
something
wrote.
funny?
I can vote.
Well, I can't vote
Hey.
right now because I'm actively on probation.
Oh, yeah, that's
if I'm
right,
off
yeah.
probation, I can vote without asking the government's permission.
Right.
The governor.
But the governor, gives you all your rights back.
As soon as he finds out that I
Even
vote
when
Republican,
Kerry-
he's be like, "That's one less vote."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna vote for Democrat. What's up?
You know what's funny? When they came in and they corralled me in my fucking room on my second floor of my residence the day they took me down, when they corralled me, because I had no way out my fucking window because I had no ladder or steps or anything, all I had was one fucking damn way to go out, and there was a big-ass motherfucking white damn cop clogging the fucking doorway up. But the fucking street cop that was right next to me, he turned around and said, "Is that your fucking badge on the damn my mini refrigerator?" And it was that expert badge, the best badge you can get for fucking shooting in the military, shooting a rifle. I said, "Yes." This motherfucker slams his fucking body up against me as soon as I say that shit. Man, I'm fucking drowsy. I'm motherfucking can barely keep my fucking eyes open. I had been up for over 40 fucking hours, man.
You're about
And the last
everything
12
but butt
hours of
naked.
40 hours.
You're about everything but butt naked, Alabama. I was butt naked. And he threw me on the ground with his knee in my butt. No.
Oh, this is crazy, bro.
I know.
But the last 12 hours, I've been drinking heavily. And then they just took advantage of my fucking intoxication and had my 40 hours without a wink of sleep. And I couldn't even tell them that I had been up for 40 hours straight without a wink of sleep. In the last 12 hours, I was fucking drinking heavy because I was so fucked up.
For no one.
And then they escort me down to their damn vehicle and direct me into their damn vehicle. That alone right there, I don't give a fuck if I volunteered myself. They should have never allowed me to volunteer myself in the first fucking place. Because I told you the reason why I volunteered myself. Because I wasn't in my right state of mind, and I'm going to submit to my authorities anyway because that's what my religion's told me my whole damn life. So
it was good.
Doing all this shit, right? And then they escort me down to their vehicle, and they direct me into there, and they move me from my residence to their damn shit right there. That alone, they should have fucking damn read me my fucking Miranda rights, whether I volunteered myself or not. And then when he's down there questioning me, he keeps asking me over and over and over, "Do you need a cup? Do you want some coffee? Do you want some coffee? Do you want some?" See, that alone right there tells you that I was so fucked up that he knew I needed coffee. And every time he stopped talking, I promise to God, you can look at all three of my interrogation CDs. Every time he stopped talking, I would fucking nod out. I'd pass out. My eyes would go closed, my head would rock back against the damn wall, and I'd go to sleep.
Yes, if you're in your right state of mind, when you do stuff like that, say, "Yeah, I'm going to go with you. I'm innocent as fucking hell, man. I'll go goddamn right. I'll go with you. We get this shit straightened right the fuck right out right now." That brought that cop away when you do that.
It's just crazy, man. Like I said, I'm not a serial, habitual, or career criminal, so I don't know how to fucking sit there and play the goddamn system. I don't know what to fucking look for.
Well, the crime that you had, charged against you.
I didn't even know what the fuck it was about until I got the fuck down there.
Yeah, but when all that kind of stuff like that there, the maximum sentence for that is only 20 years, and that's in the Constitution. It's 20 years. That's the max. But you got to have done something pretty fucking bad to get that, because the basic
Well,
Right?
none of my damn charges were fucking had anything to do with motherfucking sexual intercourse or blowjob or fucking hand job or goddamn killing somebody or fucking had nothing to do with any of that shit, bro. Or impregnating somebody or giving somebody something permanent or fucking scarring somebody where somebody can't have fucking reproduce or fucking nothing, no paralyzation, no handicap, no fucking damn mutilation, no fucking burning anybody. I did nothing. The fucking was not accused of nothing to deserve 35 fucking years, man.
Not a first offense, but, you know. If you did, it was just a
there's
straight out
motherfuckers that were
no
caught with
sexual
their hand in the
assault on
cookie
you.
jar, man.
Yeah, well, they got you.
Huh?
They got you on first degree sexual assault. So with that kind of stuff, the maximum sentence is 20 years.
Shit, man.
Tell them.
can't
Start
prove
using
shit.
it. Use the Constitution then. Use the fucking Constitution. It says it in the Constitution. A maximum sentence for sexual assault is 20 years. And that's
So
part
why
of the
the fuck did
Wisconsin
I get?
That's
So
what I
why the
said.
fuck?
That's what I said. You,
Well, that's
you
not, they gave
petitioned
me
that.
in. It's 20 years in and fucking 15 years out. So a total of 35 fucking years.
Oh, wow.
So you're telling me they could have only gave me a total of 20 years?
Yes.
It should have been 10 in and 10 out?
Yeah.
He's making some.
You know,
Is that what you're trying to say?
the Constitution says 20 years. That's what it says. It doesn't, and you know, depending on the of the crime itself, you know. But a simple sexual assault.
Did you know what the fucking judge said?
Huh.
He said the fucking he said what's the fuck
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
what is the people above the damn judge that makes the fucking laws? He tried to use them as a fucking scapegoat.
That's
The ones that make the law here in the state.
here in the state. That'd be your
The legislature, legislator.
Congress.
Yeah, the legislator.
Yeah.
He said the legislator said they're not putting up with this shit, and you're
Attorney-
mandatory to have this shit right here. And it's bullshit because I've been in here 9.5 fucking years, and you still got motherfuckers in here only getting 10 years total. There's a dude in here that got 3 in and 7 out.
Wow.
I was offered 6 in and 4 out, man, and they fucking just
Yeah.
disrespect me like a motherfucker, man.
Called mason jars? Yeah. There's a mason jar with coffee in it.
It's you know.
Your cat's name is
It's just more.
And I can't do nothing unless I have a real criminal lawyer to defend me. They don't give a shit about an inmate pro saying or defending their own selves, man. They don't.
What you do is you write a letter to one of the lawyers. Tell them, write the whole, write what it's all about, and tell them,
That guy did in your video.
And then
You know how many lawyers there are?
Yeah, I know, but you're gonna get selective lawyers. You look at the ones that have sexual assault lawyers and that kind of thing. Them kind of
How am I
lawyers.
supposed to do that?
Huh?
We don't have internet. We don't have internet to be able to freaking look that shit up.
You go to library there and look in Yellow Pages. They're there. The Yellow Pages are there. I know
Now,
they are.
Old them damn phone books are. They don't update them damn phone books. Them phone books are old as shit.
It would make no difference. It would make no difference how old that book is. Them lawyers are in there.
And
them
a
lawyers,
quarter
'cause if you
of
look
the,
at them, sexual assault lawyers came in not too long ago. Them kind of lawyers, they go with that kind of stuff. They look at all your stuff that you had against you, and they look at all that kind of stuff. And if they find one discrepancy in there, they won't take you. They won't take you because they said, it's be a hard case.
So I
for
can
them
look
to
at an
take.
Illinois phone book or Indiana phone book and find me a damn criminal lawyer.
Yeah. And then write them a letter.
Do you know that the Yellow Pages fucking make up the lawyers, just the lawyers alone make up a quarter of the fucking damn Yellow Book, of the fucking whole phone book?
Minute remaining.
You look for the ones that are close to you. You look for them lawyers close to you. You don't have to look all over that state that's close to you. So each city has a certain amount of lawyers in them, according to the
So I'd be looking for
population.
Waukegan. Waukegan, Illinois.
There you go.
Neighbors, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, either one of those. Look for one of those lawyers, and then then he'll, if he takes your case because you wrote him what it is, and then they'll evaluate it, and then they'll get a hold of all those papers and they'll look at it, and they say, all right, because you got to file in danger, right? Or do you got somebody out there that gave you money or something?
No, I'm in here by myself. It wasn't for Richard, I wouldn't have nobody.
Oh, wow, yeah. But anyways,
Yeah, I'm a southern motherfucker stuck up here.
But you make sure if you get a lawyer, and you're going to write them a letter, make sure it's one that has a track record of wins, and you can always look that up, through the book itself. When he writes you like that there, and if he writes you back, and says, I see some problems here and all that kind of stuff, that I'm going to take this, and we'll get you out of there. Or you get a lawyer that's going to come there, well, we can get your sentence reduced. Stuff like that. That's all the lawyers can do. They can't take it back into court, go on trial. They can't do that. You can't get you to go on trial now. But they can take and look at and evaluate that, and then take it out, and then they can go in front of a judge and tell them, all this is going on and all that, and I think that his sentence should be reduced by 10 years. And the judge will say, let me weigh on it. So he'll go back in his chambers like that, and he'd be humming it back there like that and thinking about it, and then he gets his book out and looks at it and see about the rules and that. And then if it's in your favor, he'll come out and grant you that. And 90-some% of it, 97%, get granted. And this, I'm telling you something that ain't just starting. This happens quite a bit. People get out of prison a lot, Some of them, only get, a 5-year cut, on a 20-year. So he's going to do 15. He's got 10 in now, so he got 5 more to go. That's how, that's what it is. But to get a lawyer that's going to come out there and say you're going to walk free and tell you you're going to walk free, he can't do that. He can't because he don't know. He don't know what that judge is going to look at. But he's going to give you his greatest expectation to hint to that judge about you. And then the judge will look at that. And then, then of course sometimes you got a dick DA, That's a real fucking jerk. But then you got some that are pretty cool. And there's ways you always tell, who is who, I always say, look at the ring. Does that DA have the same ring as the judge?
Alabama, you still there?
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
All right, gonna make some coffee there a little bit.
Yeah, we just lost Alabama.
All right. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to my squad. Mia, Luna, and Juju over there.
Yeah.
Hanging out at the home front. Yep. Doing their thing on a Saturday night. It's a party.
Luna, she's a pretty good little kid. When I go over there and pay my rent, right? I go over there and they be there, sitting there playing outside or something like that.
Oh, I got stories for each and every one of them all the time, all day, every day. All day, every day.
Maria?
Yeah.
Maria, huh?
Yeah.
87
dude,
years old? 87 years old.
Yeah, I just went to a birthday party in that direction today.
Hold on. So you said all 3 of your grandchildren are hanging out right now?
Yeah. Yep. I picked them up every 2.
Luna, Mia,
Luna, and Juju. Yeah, I get them every once every 2
Juliana,
weeks.
you call her Juju?
Yeah, I call her Juju.
So the fourth one, where's the fourth one at?
Dude, you know what? That's when custody becomes shitty.
Yeah.
It becomes shitty when 2 people.
Do they live in Wisconsin?
They live right down. Well, I consider right down the block for me because it's in the same city, in the same area of town.
Did they let you see your grandkid?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, you gotta go through. You gotta go through the channels.
They won't let it be any other way but that.
They say it's COVID. Yeah.
Dude,
They're clinging to that. It's the kind of people they are. So you know what I say to that?
But the little girl's going to be happy.
No. I'm gonna. Yeah, she's happy.
Yeah.
Those. You know what? At the end of the day, people love their children. They love their children. They love their grandchildren. They love little kids.
Whatever happened to him? Where did he disappear?
Maybe he might call our channel one day, because that's where he's at.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy! I know something's going to happen.
You know what? That's why that bothers me so bad when I talk about men, because I know so many men. Like, I can really tell you my own serious personal, and you know I'm kind of desensitized to it almost to the point where it's like, holy fuck, dude. Yeah, because there's so many of them. And you know what? A lot of my friends got the same story. A lot of women, a lot of us women got the same story. You bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pick up kids every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks. Yep. Do my thing.
Oh, that's so cool. It's right there, right in the middle.
Yeah, it's my guy right here.
You can take him with you if you want. Because he's going to go in the garbage.
What? Why would you throw him away? He's so cool. Look at him. I'm going to...
It's only for this one episode.
One use only.
He looks terrifying. I'm going to fill him up with water, put him in my garden, and hopefully the birds will stop pecking at my stuff. I got a scarecrow back there, but they've been punking him out. You just see him. He's got no face. Dude, he has no face at all.
You have to did that. They're
I put feathers back there and turned him into a shaman, gave an offering. They kick his ass. I go back there and he's knocked over.
You know what you got to do?
His feathers are ripped
you got to get
out.
one of them birds. You got to kill one.
Eagle.
You got to fucking kill it, and then you tie it on there, hanging around on there. Them other birds, see that dead bird there?
No, I'm going to try to
and then you got to get rid of that stinky old thing.
But it's way over there somewhere.
Yeah.
You took my cup, you bastard.
Was this your cup? It's so good. I'm so thirsty.
Oh, how's that creamer? That creamer, I tried that creamer. It was bitter. It wasn't sweet.
You only got one coffee cup?
That's no good.
What?
Yeah, you better look around. I think he does.
It's not good?
That you only got one coffee
If it's
cup?
bitter, ain't no good. It should be bitter.
Are you tasting it right now? How's it taste? Sweet?
It has a sweet taste, and then I taste the bitter after you start talking about bitter.
Good. Can I have that cup? And
have a good puke.
Rich, you only got one cup?
You're going to puke later. Or have the shits.
I think so,
and
yeah.
That
it's
cup's
only
got
me
the
and
shits
Rich
in it.
here, so it's only
That
me
bitter
and
shit,
Little Rich. So
it can make you puke later.
Yeah, we're not going to.
Yeah, I don't want a ton of dishes. A ton of dishes means it's just just use another one and just not wash it.
Was it walnut cream?
That's why I kind of limit it for my kid and me, because that's what he'll do.
See what I do? I leave everything go.
It's Manwich Servo. What are you doing? No.
It tastes like a bad
I'm stuck
Christmas
in the prison
cookie.
time.
You know, a Christmas cookie that Granny had in the cupboard.
Oh my God! That's
Why
out
would
there.
you hand it back to me for?
I don't want that.
You said you wanted. You just said you took my
Dude,
copy.
can I
It
get
tastes
just-
bitter?
Yeah,
It tastes like
I
an
did the
old
right thing.
Christmas cookie that's been in the shelf for a very long time. With
Is the
with
last cookie in that cookie
No.
container after Christmas, and it's like almost summer.
with a taste of sassafras in it.
Oh,
Dude, can you take that, rinse it out, put some just black coffee in it? I'll just take some black coffee at this point. This is just so tainted. I feel like I got
welcome to
diabetes.
Burger King.
I think I'm gonna get the Ozempic shot because I'm gonna have the diabetes after that taste. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna buy a different creamer tomorrow.
How much did you drink of it?
I only tried it once. No.
No, we're good. We're done. Gross. All right, yeah. Anything new with you guys and shit? Seen anything lately?
Went up to O'Connell, and to get into that.
Oh, how was your Copperfest up there?
I'm gonna tell you what.
Was it fun? Oh, Cunt up there?
We didn't get to. We drove around the parade when we got something to eat over at.
You didn't stop for the parade.
No, we didn't stop for the parade.
Why not? They throw candy and prizes
Yeah,
and shit to people.
That time I dove for a piece of candy, I almost got ran over by one of those wagons. So I gave that up.
So number one,
really,
you have the kids do it because they're savvy about getting candy.
we went and got something to eat, and then we came back, and the parade was over. So we went down to where they had the carnival-looking thing there, and beer stands and the band and trinkets and all that kind of stuff. You get there, and you wanted $10 to get in per person. $10 a person. It ain't worth it. I don't drink. I don't fucking drink.
But did you get anything free with your $10?
I didn't go. I
got
wouldn't
a
pay.
poster right there.
Dude, I ain't paying no $10 to go on some bullshit.
I'll use that poster.
Oh, check this out.
Fuck that shit. $10 to go on some bullshit like that.
Yeah, let's see what you got there.
These 2 books right here. Cosmic Conspiracy by Dan Stale. I just put a documentary out. Well, no, I did a lecture day. I put out a lecture he did on New World Order technology. He talked about how he helped develop anti-gravity aircraft.
Get it now.
And then you've got, and you know what? I do want to show the video because I think you're gonna love to watch this.
How much is that?
Well, this one was $16. This one was $30.
Can a person order them?
Yeah, I bought them.
I don't know if a person can.
If I reprint them and make some money off it. Hey, but then you got Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. Now, William Cooper is the the only person I ever heard about this when it comes to JFK and the assassination. And that is that the driver.
Ooh, I want to see that video.
The driver.
Oh, he showed it to me.
Yeah, the driver. It shows in the video that the driver was the one who shot the fatal shot. You could tell, because it's eye level. You'll see it. I want to record it.
I want to see this.
I want to record it, play it on a loop on the stream for people to see it for themselves. And it'll be it's you know what? Here's the thing about it. When I first heard it,
there were 2 shots heard. There were 2 shots that were heard.
Where were you when Kennedy was killed, by the way?
Yeah.
I was hiding in his trunk. Yep.
Sparkle in the Lord's eye. That's what that told me.
I was pretty young yet.
All right, hold on. Wait a minute. Just so I get this right, though. Is this gonna be? Are you telling us? Is this like one of your stories?
When
I said it, I don't mean it to be mocking.
I know what you mean.
So is this one of the stories? Because we got a segment for that.
Yeah,
then.
because
is it one of the stories? Just yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, now hold on for everybody, for you viewers. We've got it. We got segment time. Kenny's Corner. No. Hold on. No, as you were saying.
I
love
it. You made me forget.
Made me blush shit. I'm way over here and got warm. It's not even about me.
No, but like I said, the automobiles, they got nowadays.
Stop. We weren't even talking
I don't know what the
about
fuck's
that.
happening to Dubai.
That was fucking great. Where's that phone? We got another call.
That was a text.
Oh, man, that was exciting.
When Kenny got shot.
Yeah. How old were you?
I was maybe about 12, something like that there.
You were 12 years old already?
Yeah, when I was sitting there eating my turkey.
You're eating a turkey in the woods?
During
when he got shot, yeah.
During the 4th of July parade?
No.
He's eating a turkey in the woods.
You got shot
He's a
during the
werewolf.
4th of July parade?
Told ya.
What the heck's
I was fucking with my dad. You see him look at his face. You see him look at his face when I said that. And he said turkey. And the look at his face was too much.
Kenny got shot in 1963. November.
All right.
Right.
Thank you.
November 25th.
He was shot on?
Riding a turkey.
No, hold on. He was shot on Thanksgiving Day? Or the day after?
November 23rd or something like that.
Oh my God, we're going to have to Google this now when it can.
Yeah, I remember.
November 23rd.
There's somebody in my life that is really awesome with names and numbers like that.
You're calling him up right now, the scientist.
What's his name, Google?
No, actually, it's my husband and my family. We call him the scientist.
Okay, call the scientist.
You can ask him anything and he will answer. But I was actually just gonna Google when did this guy die.
Well, he got killed about 1 o'clock, wasn't it? Something little after 1.
You know, all I know.
But they did heard 2 shots. They heard 2 shots. And the guy that was on that grass area, he's the one that said he heard a shot. But it didn't sound like it came from above or anything. It came straight across from somewhere.
Something.
Well, Dad, you're good. You're almost good as a professor, because I know the professor would have gotten this one. November 22nd, 1963.
November 22nd. Yep.
But you were eating turkey.
Because I had a 1922 penny.
So hold on, but you were eating turkey on the 22nd of November.
Hell yeah, he was.
I eat turkey anytime.
All right.
They had birds.
We had a turkey farm.
Did you really? You had a turkey
No.
farm? Oh,
that was part of Kenny's corner. He should have put that back up.
He stole the turkey from the
We had a pig farm.
No.
Did you have a farm at all?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, my daddy was a farmer. That's all he raised was us.
JFK.
He dug a 30-foot well. They thought it was dust.
He raised
the people
pigs.
from the county come and cut my hair. People from the welfare gave me clothes to wear. My daddy was a farmer. And he dug a 30-foot well. So it was dust. That's all we were for, poor folks.
Your dad raised piglets.
There's one right here. It grew up to be a
There you go.
big hog.
There you go.
And then I got a son over there. I take straight after me.
Mom showed me the DNA.
I ain't part of that mix. I'm a big dog, not a little hog.
So
yeah.
give us the JFK.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna go to that video.
Yeah, what were you doing? What were you doing?
Well,
Yeah.
for real. When that happened there, we were all sitting on the porch.
Eating a turkey.
You know? Eating pigeons.
Oh, that was different.
Yep.
You guys got them with the
No,
slingshots.
we never ate our pigeons. We use them. We'd take, Peter would come from Milwaukee and bring his pigeon.
No, we wanted to hear
And then
about
we
the
give him one
JFK thing.
pigeon.
Yeah, the JFK
Look,
stuff.
we're not gonna lose Mike Tyson as a viewer if he's watching the show. But back to the JFK.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What were you
we're all
doing?
sitting on the porch, and, thinking what we're going to be doing. Like, it's cold outside, November.
Yes.
Holy fuck, Back then you had snow. And your little
Did
kid.
it reach the telephone wires?
It used to block the freaking door. You couldn't get out. Really. You push and push and push and push, and I'd be right up to the top of the door. You had to push. And then when it got opened up, I could dig myself out, dig through the tunnel, and then take the shovel and move everything away. Look how long that fucking driveway was.
I just need
That's where I
camera
was.
proof of this.
That's where I was.
Walking uphill both ways with no shoes on type of story.
Backwards.
Just need, yeah.
Is this Ken
With
Lincoln?
his,
Ken Lincoln?
yeah. They use an outhouse. You leave him alone.
So did Dad.
Did you see how excited his family was when a car came
I was
to town?
told that if you approach O'Connell, that it says home of Ken Lincoln. Is this true?
Nah, when you go
They had
into
the first
O'Connell,
television.
As you get to the entrance, they got that big sign there, closed due to lack of interest.
Could be true. Like, what
Wow.
you talking about? Is that true or
No, they got a
Jay?
couple factories, 3 factories there. They got cruisers, and then they got the napkin place where they make napkins.
What's the other one?
Like liquid carbonics.
What's that?
That's where they make clean little articles, whatever little things.
All right, I won't be moving there now.
I don't
All
know.
right, JFK.
and they got and then they got that tavern there that got JFK quarters. No.
What place is this?
The same place where I sell bridges in Brooklyn. Don't
Oh,
mess
that's
with
awesome.
me.
So what happened to JFK now?
Yeah.
You got shot.
You were sitting on the porch. You had a story behind it.
Yeah, what's going on?
We're all sitting
Did your
at
mom
the porch.
scream and cry? What happened?
Yeah, my mom took it bad.
A lot of women did.
And we were sitting on the porch and we were thinking what we're going to do, because it's cold and that. So we were going to take water and pour it on the hill, and then JFK's name came up. Fuck it, Still went out there and did it, and we poured the water on there. Then we went back in and we found out that he got shot and killed, and they said it came from a library or something up out there, and they found by the windows boxes blocking things where you can, hook it up with,
Hey,
shoot
so
somebody,
then,
man.
So then your family watched the news at night, right?
Yeah.
So when you watch these video loops of that day, do you remember, did that lady with the babushka hat stick out to you or anything like that? That was a really big thing with the babushka hat.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah, did any of that stuff
Mrs.
stick out?
Mrs. Johnson, you mean?
They didn't ever say what her name was.
Because Mrs. Johnson was with her husband because he was vice president, and Kennedy was president. And Kennedy
this was a lady on the lawn that had a babushka hat when they were
didn't-
busy filming. She seen it all because she had a camera in her hand and she was like on that shit. But
like,
you know
bang.
what?
I mean, she was
They
like,
never
roll
found
them.
her.
If
They never found
hell
her.
no, because you want to know what?
She was killed.
If
It was a dude.
she would never fucking admit if it was her
Well,
because
here's
they
the theory,
would
though.
murk her ass.
Here's a theory that he was shot by the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover. I'm going to tell why. Because Hoover was on his ass all the time. His dad.
Dad, you want to hear something? A true fact? When that guy was killed, the guy that was leading the CIA was George Bush.
Right.
Senior.
Oh, they got the tramps around the corner, and you remember you heard about the tramps that were rounded up after the shooting? Well, one or two of them were CIA members.
So, like when you say tramps, they're like
the men, what?
Like hoes, or just like homeless men that just like.
I think they were male prostitutes. I could be wrong, but that was the word that they used to describe them were tramps.
Really, men?
But they were two of them were CIA men. So now you got the CIA posing at it's all and like you talked about George Bush. Yeah, he has a tie-in with JFK's assassination.
Well, you know what? This kind of goes into play with during his funeral. That envelope, we've all seen the video of it before. Shit.
What envelope?
Oh, the envelope during his George Bush's funeral. Everybody got an envelope.
Yeah.
And did you see the look on their faces?
Yeah, they look disgusted.
We should do a little video on this shit.
Yes.
And
we could talk about it
I've
next
seen that.
weekend because the title of this show isn't really catchy. I put poop, and poop.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what to talk about. Because I could say, hey, let's talk about, and then come to find out, we only talked about it for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, we
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you guys.
It's content. But we could do
content.
Let's call it like government
feel
poop
bad,
then. Government poop, and we can talk
something.
about government things that people don't know.
Like
Like
government
George
check
Bush
dookie
was
on me.
Talk is about whatever.
It was the director,
That's why I said
the
poop, poop,
lead
and poop,
chief
'cause
honcho.
Stuff and things.
Is this in his story time though?
I don't know. I think
What
he had a little
happened?
bit more.
Did
He
the
said
story
something
end?
about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was out his ass.
Well,
Didn't
anyways,
answer, did it match?
They were up, and they kind of figured it came from that place. So they went out and they investigated, and they found a gun in that, and they found Oswald. Well, they interrogated him like that, and they brought him down to that tunnel like that, and then the other guy, Barry, whatever his name is, shot him, killed him. And I was always wondering, how in the fuck did he get that goddamn close with all them FBI agents sitting there?
Okay, so then I got a question. So would you say that your parents, when you were a kid, because there's certain families that are kind of like in the know, like they know things and stuff. Like I would say, like our family, are super gossipers.
People who are
about feeling in the
eyewitnesses
know.
to that shooting, there's been books written about it where they died. So many people died immediately after the shooting that were witnesses. Did you know that? You guys don't know that?
I'm not even surprised to hear it. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
even surprised to hear it. That's why so many people.
Someone says something a little bit, and all of a sudden, oh, what happened?
For myself, that was an eye opener. That there was so many heart, these strange heart attacks, and I mean they've got methods, they got ways to kill
heart
you.
attack gun.
You got
Yeah,
I heard
we
that.
talked about that not so long ago, where it looks like a little needle of ice.
Oh, look at Jack Ruby
Doesn't even
killed
leave anything.
Oswald, and he died later.
Yeah,
they
say
just
he
got
got
done-
killed. They say he got killed, and then there's something about a bullet that came up missing. You remember there was a bullet. It wasn't a movie with Kevin Costner. They show where there was a bullet, and the bullet, again, like I said, it comes up missing or whatever, and it's tied to JFK's assassination. It could be Jack Ruby, but all this. Let's face it, we all agree that the government had something to do with it, and maybe you guys aren't aware that the FBI, that the mafia had a hand in it, But this video that I'm going to show you now coming from William Cooper, he talked about how somebody had brought this to his attention. I don't know if it was prior to this book being published, but he was going on a campaign to show people that the driver of the vehicle was the one who gave the fatal shot, and he had the footage. Whoever gave him the footage, he had the footage, and he could show it. And I heard from William Cooper from the 3 hour that you said that's his actual voice, and it's his voice, and he says, and it could be, but he says, yeah, and I had the footage, and I showed people, and he starts talking about, like, you know, somebody suppressing people were out to say, and he confronted the driver too. The guy that either the limousine driver or whatever, and he said, I know that you shot Kennedy, blah, 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 blah. Let me play the video. You guys are going to see it for yourself. I'm going to end up recording it. If it's the Lord's will, I'm going to record it because I'm going to replay it. I'm going to constantly
just really
replay.
quick, did you know
what?
that limousine that he was shot in is actually in a museum here in Wisconsin?
Nah.
And there's only 4 seats in there.
We should Google this and go visit it.
I'll go see it.
We should go visit it because I want to check that
right
out.
here in Wisconsin. We got a lot of cool shit in Wisconsin. Houdini lived here in Wisconsin.
Why is that here in Wisconsin?
Appleton, right on.
That should be like somewhere else in Washington, D.C.
Ask yourself, why does Milwaukee's old downtown look the way that it did?
Why? What do you mean by that?
Dude, we should. I'm gonna save some of this for segments.
There's
and future
Masonic
shit.
buildings on,
It's
and the
not just
MATC
that.
building.
I can't hear
But
anything.
How many? So there's these old books, and they have those eagles. I swear to God, it looks like Roman eagles on the
There's
top
some
of
scary,
these poles
weird
and shit
stuff,
like
man.
that.
It's the same stuff
and
around
all
them.
those gargoyles on our city hall building down there.
Yeah, I always want to crawl up.
What
Robert,
the fuck?
I always want to crawl up and get it.
one.
I want to put some silly putty on that fucker. Yeah, just like and it's just like it. Yeah, Milwaukee. Did you know that the old electric building downtown, the color of that light isn't just like a random color? It actually tells the temperature of what it's going to be, and it's true. It's truer than what you see on the news.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
What happens if you're colorblind?
Well,
Can I still
then
see?
you know what? You know how to deal with your color blindness.
Yes, I do.
Then that's how you deal with it.
Right.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm
Just
ready for
don't
this.
care, eh?
I'm ready for
You
this.
bastard.
I'm ready for this
Give me your
drive-by.
color
No,
blindness.
brother. This is a drive-by in the car.
Okay.
Watch this. You want me to? I'll cancel out our.
Yeah. Get rid of our heads.
Yeah. We don't...
Take care of that one first.
Oh, you hurt.
Did it hurt?
you got a puzzle up there.
Now you see where he gets shot, how it's eye level with the driver, and this is what William Cooper said, that when he turned around to look at Kennedy, he did this. He took the gun and went over like this and shot him. That's how he describes it. Now I'm gonna replay it. I'm gonna go up to the.
I think you should go
That's
slower.
what I've seen this before.
I think
but
you should
it
go
wasn't
slower.
so fucked
Can you
up
go
looking.
slower?
I'll
I'll watch it
have all that
slower
black
later.
bordering shit
You
in
sent
it.
me
It
the
was
video
closer.
earlier. I'll watch it slower.
They made it. They showed it where it was like right up to the guy with the steering wheel.
Oh
thought
yeah,
this
I
was
can make it go
gone,
slower.
dude.
Hold on.
This is weird, man, for me.
Check this out.
Yeah, there you go.
Watch this.
I wonder if we'll see the babushka head lady. What's the lady?
Watch the driver. Watch how he puts his.
There goes the one.
Watch the driver. He's going to turn around. No, that's the okay. That here. Watch the driver. Now you see how he turns around. You see he's right here, right? He's going to take his hand and he's going to go over his shoulder. He's going to go across the front of his body. Now watch what Kennedy, where the level, the height level when Kennedy shot. He turns around.
You know, you can see the bullet hit.
Now, where that bullet hits is, it's level.
Wow.
It's like level with the driver and his hand if he went over his shoulder.
I seen a flash in there.
You know what? I thought I did too, and I really seen, like, look at that pink mist.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually quite sad. I don't see no babushka head lady in here though.
Oh,
the driver turns around.
I heard that
Wow,
she
look
did
at
it.
that guy
I heard
right
it looks
there.
like she did it. She's right there. Looks like she pulled the trigger. She's all underneath.
Right
him.
here. I think this is the hand. I think that's what he's talking about. He puts his hand over his shoulder and shoots him in the head. He turns around to look at him.
That one guy right there fell on the ground for no reason.
What?
I'm just watching the people in the background. No, I'm just watching.
He turned around. I think this is the guy here that they're talking about. He's looking at him.
Dude, it looks like she did it.
She had something in her hand, dude. Look at her once.
Let's look at that from normal speed.
Look at that. Look at Jackie Chickie over there, man. What's going
See normal speed now. See, oh, dude, I caught it. I caught it again. Hopefully, I could.
You could tell it was an upward blast.
Right there. There was something right here. If you look right here in this corner, you're going to see something, and it disappears right away.
That's what I was saying before. Like, I thought I seen it like a
right there. Did you see it?
Yes.
Did you? And it's leveled with the shot. With the. It's leveled with the. With. Right there. You see it again. It's right there. But it's so level. He got shot right there. Yeah, he says he turned. Yeah. And that's the name of the driver, William Robert Greer. They say, watch the driver. Well, that mystery was solved. Manwich solves another mystery.
There we go. There we go. More
We did it this
conspiracy
time.
facts. More conspiracy facts.
Yes, Michael, we found it in the bad guys.
You're such a Scooby-Doo.
I got the munchies.
Let's
go.
Get out of here.
Did you like that story time? Did you like story time?
Story time with Kenny.
It's good. You know what? Next week, I was going to do another one. I was actually going to do one that was a little better. It would have been funnier, but like I said, I had company, so. And
Abraham Lincoln.
I was a good old man, jumped out the window with it. All right, what?
I and him used to chop wood together.
Yeah.
Can't prove me wrong.
Hey, can't prove that John Wilkes Booth. No, I'm trying to sound good. John Wilkes Booth, though, they said that was a conspiracy too. That he lived after.
There was
the
a whole
fact.
bunch involved in that. It wasn't just him.
They said he lived. That he wasn't the guy that was in the barn.
Wait a minute. Maybe I've watched so much fantasy weird shit. Did he jump down and broke his wrist? He jumped down and broke his ankle.
Yeah, that's supposed to be true.
Yeah,
but somebody claimed to be him, or did somebody claim that?
Yeah, it's like so convoluted. Like you could sit here and say, like you know. I wrote a fucking paper about this dude in school when I was a kid because they make you read like these fat ass volumes.
I'm trying to think of that one president that died right away. Yeah, I'm president died.
What? I don't remember none of them.
They soul scalped his ass. That's
Dude,
what happened to him.
One more thing about that Pale Horse book. in the book, he gives short narratives of people, and the way he does it is, you know who he's talking about, but he does it informally. So, like, you talk about somebody that you know had a short reign, right? Lived a short reign. Well, he talks about John Paul II. He said, but he doesn't refer to him as John Paul II. He says there's a guy. He says such and such who sold cyanide to the Nazis, and then that the Nazis used to kill Jews in the Holocaust after like World War II, decided to become a priest to avoid prosecution, and in a short matter of time became the head archbishop, I think I'm saying this right, but of Poland, and a newly appointed pope comes and dies after only 30 days, and he himself now becomes the Pope of Rome, John Paul II. Did you know John Paul II manufactured cyanide, sold it to the Nazis, and the Nazis used it to kill Jews in the Holocaust?
I didn't know that.
He talks about that in his book. He gave a narrative of somebody else. I don't know who this other person was, but it talks about how they couldn't have a kid, and him and his wife worked in manufacturing, so they took parts from strollers. They're outlawed to have kids, but he took like a wheel here, this part there, and made a baby stroller at home. And this the way he put it. It was so very interesting. It was cool to me, which is a dummy down way of saying, you know, but I thought it was such a great way of articulating it. And he did the same thing with John Paul II. He probably did it with George Bush also, because then he talks about in the late 80s how
there goes that George Bush again, just by the way.
This is senior. George Bush Senior.
That's who I was talking about earlier too, with his little lizard eyes.
So you got he says
Skull and Bones, all the good shit.
Gorbachev.
Wait. You want to hear something really strange?
What?
Okay.
It's not a birthmark on Gorbachev's head?
No.
I thought that was quite strange. You didn't get that removed.
No, because we
or it looks like a territory.
We talk about all kinds of weird shit all the time, and I want to say before I hurry up and forget. But Aleister Crowley, they say that he was related to Barbara Bush, and they were never seen in the same place. Did you know that guy actually owned like Duke and Duchess type Viscount type shit in Europe?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised, because I wouldn't be surprised that like somebody who was an understudy,
like his family was like part of that royalty bullshit.
Well, I could see because he was a cultist. I could see somebody who was following him and then signed over their property.
But also through the mom, one of the worst presidents ever, that Pierce guy, was related to Barbara Bush.
Who's Pierce? Who?
Yeah, the only way that he got into office was, and he was like the worst president we've ever had in America. But they didn't have
this
TV.
Had to be like 1800s.
Yep, 1800s, 1700s.
No, you had to say 1800s.
And he actually wrote a book about how great he was, and that's how he won presidency. Because he wrote a book how great he was, and it was fucking thin. And he sucked at what he did.
I'm sure, then when he ran, he probably ran when they had the Whigs still. The Whigs, the Democrats, the Republicans, where they had a third party. It was called the Whigs.
All those people were all fucked up back then. Doing all kinds of weird shit.
Well, we got 15 more minutes. People.
Wow, 15 more minutes, man.
Oh, I heard that there's a UFO alien landing in Las Vegas. Did you hear about that? And 10-foot aliens were terrorizing people?
In the guy's backyard. He called it in. Yes, I definitely heard about that. What?
Is there footage of that? I want to see.
They weren't saying about footage. I didn't see that in the Daily Mail.
Congress is
I actually read that last night when I was in the outside smoking a cigarette for like my 5-minute break.
Here it is. It's on ABC
Oh my god!
News.
Oh my god! We gotta throw it up.
Somebody said a UFO crashed in their backyard. Okay, hold on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Holding it in. Gotta go.
Project Blue Beam in full swing.
Going. Let's see what she looks like, so I can see.
And there goes Godzilla, wrestling Mecha Godzilla.
Colorblind, so that's what I could use to see stuff. You can't.
It's a scene straight out of the X-Files.
That's unreal.
That's fake.
I've never seen anything like it. What are they?
A family in Las Vegas insisting something is out there after allegedly having a close encounter of the third kind.
I swear to God, this is not a joke.
One witness calling 911 after they say an object fell out of the sky and landed in their backyard.
They're like 9 foot, 10 foot tall. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes.
The mysterious object that fell from the sky, even the officers apparently saw that. The green glow of the alleged UFO is seen on this newly released body camera footage.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star, then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
So when that 911 call came in, less than an hour later, police were ready to believe it.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Because I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? Or?
But after a brief investigation of the yard, officers closed the case as unfounded.
It was a big monster. If those 9 foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
According to former intelligence officer David Grush, an alien crash landing isn't too far-fetched. Grush recently turned over documents to Congress claiming the U.S. government has a vast collection of vehicles that have non-human origin.
I can't.
An oversight committee in Congress is in the process of
There it is.
scheduling a hearing on those claims.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to...
No.
We take pictures of what we eat. We're whipping them out. We're able to catch out on the
Phones are
thing.
always right there, man.
And you didn't have it for that 10 foot, 9 foot alien with the eyes wrapped
and look how
around
they're
his
talking
head.
all like,
But you see
I
something
seen
in the
a
sky.
big monster.
Check it out.
I'll get the
You
fuck
had it
out
out
of here.
for the sky, but you couldn't have it for your
I'd
backyard.
be freaking out. But, oh
There it
shit!
is.
It's in the fucking thing.
You know,
Whatever. I mean, they seen something. They had a whether
they seen something, but as far as that in the backyard, in their own personal backyard, I'm gonna say very highly unlikely you didn't have your phone next to you for that moment, because you catch shooting stars and all kinds of other random shit, pigs flying, but you can't capture that fucker in your backyard. No way. I'm not buying it.
Yeah. I'm not buying either.
Mm-mm.
Somebody had some fireworks.
I ain't got the money to buy it.
Here's the
That's
here's the
right.
911.
That's right.
Well, here's another 911 call released for report. Same event, same people.
Project Bluebeam, hired by the government. They're all sellouts.
Okay, what's going on over there?
Okay, lady. Me,
I better hear
my
some
dad,
fury.
and my brother, we're working on a truck in our backyard, and we have a big lot outside, right? Correct?
Okay.
We were working, and we just see in a corner of our eye something fall down from the sky, and it was with light. And when it hit down, it was like a big impact, and we felt it. We felt like an energy, and then we hear like a lot of footsteps near us, and then we have a big equipment, and we see, and there's like an 8 foot
It was
person
supposedly
beside
your
it,
cat.
and another one's inside, and it has big
10
eyes and
foot
looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this?
Sounded like it.
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually
So there's
we're terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes. Like I can't explain it.
Oh,
Big
dude,
mouth.
check this out. I wanted to bring this up today. Because I'd have to make it. You could take Apple logo alien head. Let's check it out. Let's go to images. There it is. When you put the two logos together.
Looks like the alien from Independence Day. The alien from Independence Day. Of it, and its eyes.
They want to kill you.
That's why they're here.
No, they don't.
Yes.
They want your life force.
They want to eat us.
They want to eat your feelings.
Oh, look at that.
That's
Apple's
why everybody
gone woke,
feels
man.
so much.
Apple's
Is that why
gone woke.
we're extra feely?
It's Pride Month. Everybody's gone woke.
You know, why isn't anybody talking about Walgreens going woke? I was going to record it again.
Everything is.
I was going to record it again, but I didn't want to get kicked out of Walgreens.
When you say woke, like, what does that mean?
They have Disney merchandise of the gay of the flag, the pride flag, at Walgreens, and it's in the front of the display aisle.
Yeah, they want the kids.
Now-
they need
You know
them
what?
people, the
I
kids,
went
the money.
I went to a huge neighborhood rummage. And a lot of the families, usually get like that plastic pick and save bag that you had your groceries in.
They had gay woke bags.
They did. They
Oh,
had
my
plastic
That's when you
rainbow
don't even get
bags
nothing,
and
dude.
flags. And, when I rummage, I don't look at shit like that. I'm looking at deals. I'm looking for, like, one-of-a-kind things, like, all kinds of weird shit. I seen it, but I didn't see it. But other people, like, that were with me really noticed. And I was like, oh, I go to a rummage sale. I don't want to be politicized. I want to buy your junk and your cast off dreams. That's what I want, because it's worth a fortune. I bought a $2 fucking toy that's an actual robot that you roar in its face. It's a for real toy. That's what it's called. It's a robot. It's a tiger. And I paid $2. I Googled it. Fucking toy's $154 toy. Get out of here.
Ka-ching!
Yeah, I bought a Frozen life-size doll for $3, and I know that fucker's a $200 fucking life-size Barbie doll. So I don't want your weird
Somebody threw up
bags
somebody
and
gave away
flags.
somebody's dreams.
Do you know
and
what?
Love.
I don't even want
of a
it.
toy.
And even though I'm in America, I don't even want an American bag or flag. And unless I go to a store, I don't want to see that stuff at a rummage sale. Like I said, I want your junk and your cast off dreams, because it's a treasure to me.
Yeah.
All kinds of weird stuff.
And you know it when you touch it too.
I like looking at their paintings, but I noticed that you're never going to find anything worth value there, because they're looking at it and they're putting them on.
No, my brother sent me a picture of Ocanto, of that one huge chair. Did you know I should have sent you a picture of that crappy picture that was just of a chair that was made in the 30s, and it was a wingback leather chair. It looked like shit. The guy paid $15 for it at a rummage sale. You know how much he sold it at auction?
How much?
$85,000. And you showed me a picture of that tall chair that looks like it would have been like in Game of Thrones for like somebody that was anorexic. Fucking A, dude. I bet you that motherfucker's worth something. And right now, it's sitting on somebody's curb, auction piece price, because you know what? Up there in the middle of nowhere, they don't give a fuck. They just want to get rid of it.
No, just want to get rid of the shit.
They just want to get rid of it.
It's in the room. It's in the way. The person's
10
gone.
cents, quarter.
It belonged to somebody else.
Hell.
It belonged to uncle whatever.
No,
or auntie something. They throw that shit in the garbage, dude. They want that bedroom.
I bought like this really cool painting, and I bought it off right in the frame that it's in is amazing. It makes me think of Tartarian. I paid $5 for it. It's real fucking huge. And I got that off of an really old farmhouse in one of their little estate sales. They just want to get rid of it. Somebody's great grandmother's house of collection of crap and things they just want to get rid of. And I was like, man, what a treasure. Wow, I bought a couple other like really cool things for them too. But it's like, wow.
Okay, there's a list here of woke companies. I'm almost intrigued to show this video first. This is a transgender teen whose name I'm Corey. And it looks like a little girl, but guess what? It's a dude.
Wow.
It's a dude, man. They're iPad Go. Is it iPad Go time?
You know what? It could be iPad Go, but you know what? Actually,
it's iPad Go time right now to play the video.
How much time we got left? Because
that's all the time we want. It's when you guys don't want the time.
Oh, we can do some iPad Go. You know, there's a guy here in Milwaukee that actually did a breakdown video of it. Him and another really good guy. They were looking at Brother Mike, you remember that? We were looking at that weird shit. Because when you look at the My Pet Goat, Like you really have to stop it frame from frame and really look at it. I really appreciated your take on it, but
because nobody said that. Nobody said that yet.
Nobody's seen that yet because you want to know what
said it. They've seen it. They haven't realized
they didn't see it the way that you seen it because when
that's the way the way it is though. I'm telling you, that's the way it is. If that video is prophetic, like I told you, the backdrop of that film, that the guy had a dream and he decided to put all that together.
Okay, so that part with the Alice in Wonderland, I heard it in a different interpretation. It had to do with the Batman shootings at that.
I never looked at it. I never heard of it like the Alice in Wonder theme. How you put that? I looked at it as America's Innocence, and I hate to because people will be like, "Well, you're being biased." Say that, but it's a young little white girl, with blonde hair, blue eyes, or whatever, and I'm just saying, we're a multicultural nation. You just kind of it looks like just innocence as it is, regardless of the nationality or the ethnicity of the child in the video. It's innocence.
It went along with also too like the part where
the apple cracks open. Listen, the apple cracks open. You got two seeds, and what happens? They become one. Transgender, male, female, become one new gender. In the background, those kids with no faces. And it's kids.
They're waiting for their faces.
And people said it's Sandy Hook. At first it was, it's the Sandy Hook shooting.
I did hear this about it being the Sandy Hook. Then I heard about it being the thing. But when you
the
told
dollar's
me
being held down right now. And you know what? Even though Obama is in the video.
Obama's foot was on the coin.
And, who's the president right now?
Did you see the coin?
Who's the president right now? They say it's Obama's third term.
It is. He's the puppet master, and he has a shitty puppet. His puppet is broken.
You gotta,
that fucker's broken. He's falling over sandbags, bro.
He's the sandbag that was 10 feet away.
He's going, Mother. What did he say?
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, that sandbag was next to him.
Oh, man. You know what, dude? That's just fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, the pet goat thing. That's
wow.
That is so interesting.
The future's
I need to
fucked
replay
up.
that. I need to really.
We're all fucked.
I need to, but there's so much.
Which one do you have? The 1 and 2, or you just have?
Nah, because I've seen 2, and
I didn't know that.
We watched it. We watched a little bit of it. Remember, there was the guy. He had that thing over him, and he was there. Then it was a person's invisible. And the dad and the kids are the dad and the son's in the woods, and they can tell that there's somebody there.
Yeah,
that's the part 2 you're talking about.
Well, also it's also in the part 2. It shows like he's coming through like the womb, right? That's the one.
No,
the way that his chest
part
is.
2, and then there's like there's part the womb.
Yeah, I gotta brush up on it a little bit
here?
more
because which one you're saying is that the part 1? This right here.
It's
this is part 1.
I think I'm thinking about part 2 where you
it's got
see
people and it's no video, and they got a guy. He's supposed to be a goat, and he's got goat legs and he's got a human body.
Yeah, because
that's a fraud, man. Somebody it's dug buried into the ground.
Not that stupid one. What? I know which one you're talking about. It's this one right here that you're about to show.
This is Return of iPad Go 2. This is the
iPad Go 2 is the one where it shows it looks like Christ is being reborn, but that's not really Christ because he's got the eye. Hell yeah, it does, because
check this out.
The devil's chest.
Did you know 9/11 when that planes hit, that Bush was in a school and they were reading to the kids? You know what they were reading, right?
They were reading that book and he was reading it upside down.
Okay, but you know what they were saying, right?
He read the book upside down.
Yeah. Wow,
that demonic motherfucker read it upside down.
Dang, with his upside down eyes.
Oh yeah, on his property, on the Bush property, there's a black goo they discovered.
Oh yeah, they like
that one.
That's entities,
we talk about the black goo.
We've seen it before in a Star Trek.
Another video.
That's an X-Files because they're always chasing that.
I know because it's called.
It's called predictive programming.
Oh, yeah, I did a video. There's a video. I call it what's
there.
So
it was there.
But it was called subliminal messages or predictive programming. I think it was programming something predictive. But check this out.
Okay.
I'll say it. There's the videos out there though. those kids, the teacher shows them a building, smash, crash, planes hit. Said building, planes hit. These kids are saying it, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they're reading it. Yes.
They don't even know it. They're chanting it, and it happens.
Yeah, because words are powerful. You are spelling. You are making a spell with your tones, how you capture the moment. We do it all the time on TV.
Shoot, no, the iPad Go thing.
You know what? We should actually set for another day because that way we could like really go off on it.
Oh yeah, man.
Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You bet. That is so good. Yeah, that fucker's reading that upside down. That's more than a 15-minute conversation.
Yeah, iPad Go 2. Dude, there's
We
just
could
so much
do-
stuff out there, but
We could do 1 and 2, and we could also do like weird branch offs that were inspired by my pet.
you want
Go,
to check out
too.
the woke companies? You want to see the video?
Yeah, let's see the woke companies because you did drag that out for us really quick. And I'm excited when I see my pet goat because I did get like a different kind of feeling from that.
Hold on.
Hello, Truth. You want a goat?
I do.
They're lawnmowers.
They are. But do you know what they like to do? Dude, they'll come out. They're vindictive little bastards that will jump fences and beat your ass up with their head. Boom, right in the fucking kisser. You just bend over a little bit and they'll fucking boop you right in your ass, dude. They're really fucking mean. But their milk is the best. It's very close to woman's breast milk. That's weird.
Here it
It's
is.
a fucking goat.
As 2022 comes to a close, a brand new list is revealing the wokest companies of the year. Both Twitter and the NBA making the cut, with companies like Disney and BlackRock earning the title for the second year in a row.
Ashley Rinsberg is the author of The Gray Lady Wing. She joins us now. Ashley, good
that's
morning
so
to you.
scary.
What do you make of these award winners, if you will?
I think it's a dubious distinction at best, but it's great to see that someone is keeping track of this stuff, because what we're seeing is that these giant companies whose real duty should be to their customers and their shareholders are now pandering to a tiny group of progressive activists and the media that's backing them up and amplifying their message. And what we're seeing is the effect for both shareholders and customers is terrible. Disney's a great example of that, and so is the NBA.
How much of the progressive activists play a role in this as well?
That's the whole game here. I mean, what they do is they create a lot of noise, or they do something damaging or disruptive, like emptying milk in a supermarket or damaging a Van Gogh painting or whatever it will be. And then the media takes that and amplifies it to millions of people and embarrasses these companies. So these companies live in fear of a tiny, tiny group of activists who are doing these kinds of stunts. And there's really no pushback from the other side. So for these giant companies, all the risk is on one side. It's on the side of offending a group of a few thousand people at most who really care about this stuff, have invested their whole ideology and their whole identity in these real kind of extreme leftist ideas, and they're willing to go to jail for it. So the companies just kind of roll over and go with the flow because it's cheaper for them at the end of the day than having a huge media campaign against them and how evil they are.
Yeah, I think that's such a good point, Ashley. And it really does seem like in a lot of these situations, like particularly Disney, the CEOs, the people at the top aren't as reactionary. They want to go one way, but then they cave to like 22 and 23-year-old employees. And we saw that play out firsthand with the parental rights and education law in Florida.
That's right. It's these activists can make a lot of noise. They can do it real fast. They can organize quickly. And at the other side of it, they've within the companies, we also have this huge sprawling HR structure, human resources that's hiring people of like-minded ideas. They're kind of pulling from the activist group because they're supporting ESG, environmental, social, and governance policies that are designed to push the companies to the left. So both from within and from without, You've got a tremendous amount of pressure. And at the end of the day, the CEO, however bold or brave that person might be, that's only one person, and they really can't resist that much pressure and the risk of having a full-blown media campaign waged against them for some minor infraction that a group of, like you said, 22-year-olds have decided is the worst thing ever to happen in history. So they'll just say, you know what, let's just take the opposite path, get along to go, or go along to get along. And that's exactly what's happened. But what happens with companies is that they continue to optimize and optimize and optimize to the point that they actually begin to adopt these ideas as if they really care about them. Of course they don't, but now it feels as if they do.
Yeah, and it's not that many of them either. It's just the ones that are picked up by the media. We got to get to this, though. The media is gushing over VP Harris in the New Year-end interviews. One Washington Post op-ed says she had an excellent year, writing Harris has ably fulfilled the role Biden chose her to perform. The nation's first black female and first South Asian vice president has also had to contend with the negative reactions and low expectations that come with shattering ossified notions of who should be in the position. So are they talking about the same VP who couldn't keep her staff? I mean, it was like a rotating door there for a while.
They are talking about her, and they're talking about her really with DNC talking points in their hand. It's kind of like a readout, the press release, which, you know, I guess it's okay, fair enough. But I think what bothers a lot of us is the hypocrisy, because you see that other firsts, like Melania Trump, the first immigrant first lady, or others across the board, Nikki Haley, one of the first Indian Americans or American of Indian descent to hold the role of UN ambassador. And we don't have this whole first fanfare. We have silence because it's not about the firsts. It's not about the job that they're doing, how good or bad. It's just about the politics. It's just about the Democratic politics. And if they can score points because VP Harris, Kamala Harris is this or that, or first African-American, whatever it might be, it's great for them in that moment, but they really don't care about that issue. What they really care about are their core issues, abortion, gun rights, etc. Right. And if Kamala Harris were to come out tomorrow and say,
they only care about demonic shit,
abortion or gun rights,
yeah, dude, that's what I heard, man.
Yeah, that's you can stop.
Yeah, we just want to just fuck you over. You're gonna smile and
take your guns.
We're gonna take everything from you.
Fuck your fucking kids.
We're gonna fuck your family up. We're gonna take your men from you that protect you.
Dude, they don't even sell families anymore,
bunch of pussies.
You sell homes and to sell families. They ain't even doing that shit. Just making everything a big old fucking apartments. Bullshit.
Yeah, flip the roles. Men. You know, flip the roles. You want to hear something that really fucking sucks about flipping the roles like that? Oh my God. Is flipping the roles is you really if me and my husband were to flip roles, oh, that would fucking suck. You know why?
You'd be cold.
No. I would be expected to open up the soda and the pickle jars. Ever see me try to fucking open up those shit? Yeah. Oh man, I gotta beat him up and dude, it sucks, dude.
He could be getting attacked and you'd be like, leave him alone, get off of him, I'll defend you.
I'd be like,
Michael, hide behind you.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's just, you know what?
Protect me.
It's so inappropriate. The devil cannot create. He can only pervert.
Yep.
You told me that a long time ago.
You know, it's so crazy that you said that because there's this deliverance ministry and there's this guy, Ed Citronelli, and he was exorcising a demon out of a woman, right? And the demon that was in her said that he said he was like in the name of Jesus and all that, and the woman just, the demon that was in her, he had to yield, all right. And then he was like saying, he was asking the questions, and it said we're lower than the dirt, and he said, you know, because they fell, and he's like, you see that, everybody, listen, you hear this? The demons in hell, they're so low in creation today that they're lower than even the dirt. They're low, and this demon, and he said the demon's telling you all this stuff right now, and then the demon admitted, I can't remember verbatim, but admitted, just like what you said that you're relaying, that Satan can't create, he can only corrupt.
Yeah, he perverts shit. That's why like nowadays when you look at stuff, it's like you feel like, ooh,
Look at
they're recycling.
So, like you said, it the roles being reversed. You have the nuclear family being torn apart. You've got well, like, okay, in the structure in God's word is the man is the head of the household. You have the woman's the head of man. The man's the head of Christ. Christ is the head of God. Though Jesus is God, but God is a man. Now you're taking the man out of the household. You're putting so you could have, so in other words, you look at like the welfare program in America, you have these women that are bringing forth children with no men in the house. So you got young men not being raised by males.
Yes, have a female only to look up to.
And then you got these gay couples now where you've got a man, well, you got a woman and a woman raising children, right? And then you also have two men that are raising kids, and these children are being brought up, prepped for the mark of the beast, because they'll take it. They'll take it because they're being raised into it. They're being initiated.
And it's farmed.
And it's their reality.
Manufactured.
And to them, it's the reality. The only thing that can break it is the Holy Spirit. So apart from the Holy Spirit, you try waking them up, telling them, look, this is wrong. It's amoral. There is no morality.
These demons are strong in some of these people. You look at them and I never thought I would say stuff like this. Like not even like 5 years ago. But you look at some people and you think to yourself, what the fuck is wrong with that person? And you know what? You look them in the eye and you know, ain't nobody fucking home. Ain't nobody fucking home.
Fuck no. There ain't nobody fucking home.
They ain't even thinking about number one themselves. Because you know what it breaks down to? Nothing is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is everything. Yeah, nothing is everything. Yeah. Nothing is everything.
Yeah, it's
nothing and like it. You know, one of the things when I look at the World Economic Forum,
Klaus Schwab, he said that you'll own nothing. Well, Alex
you'll own nothing and you'll like it. And Alex
he said
Jones
that's
verbatim.
Now is that verbatim though? Is that verbatim?
I believe that's what he said.
Yeah, we can go on their website. We can see
15-minute cities. Now check this out. Like now, and I don't want to whine, but okay, this thing with me and my license being taken away, people who are under the legal limit have the right to drive with alcohol in them. That there's a reason why there's a limit. If there wasn't a limit, it would be zero tolerance.
Yeah,
but you got judges. Zero. You have judges that are misappropriating the law and finding those who are under the legal limit guilty simply by saying, "Well, even though the by letter of the law, we feel that you were overly intoxicated." That's how you get the buzz drunk driving. You got these people thinking buzz driving is drunk driving, and it's not. And they've been conditioned, and it's not intentionally. I'm not gonna say it's some big, these people in the group and they came together and they're gonna No, people are they're duping themselves. They're dummying down, and there's no one's defending themselves. They're not standing up for their rights. They're afraid to protest. They're afraid to lose their phones. At the same token, they're not afraid to protest because of 2 or 3 years ago. But like, when it comes to
they're protesting and being paid for their protests,
laws are being passed behind closed doors. John Todd talked about that.
They are.
Yeah, when you're sleeping, man. When you're fucking sleeping.
Middle of the night.
Now, John Todd, and I told you didn't check out John Todd, but you should be checking out John Todd. He's got the audio tapes on YouTube. You better get them while they're there. John Todd talked about in the 70s stuff. He's like how the Illuminati, they behind closed doors, they do like holidays or whatever. When people are distracted, let's say like a 4th of July, they'll be passing laws. And so, okay, you take people's rights away to drive, and you resort them to public transportation. Right now, you got your 15-minute city because I can't go that far because the bus doesn't go out there. That's when I've been put at harm. There was a guy that tried robbing me the other day. There was another guy tried robbing me on the bus, and this is a good neighborhood where I was in. You took my driver's taking my driver's license away, though I was under the legal limit. You subjected me to taking public transportation, and when I take the public transportation, now I'm put at harm's way because again I've been
at risk.
I've been two guys try to rob me, right? There's all kinds of crazy. Dude, you got the bus drivers. They just let.
It doesn't even matter what time of day. Hey. Did you know that Milwaukee just been upgraded to the 3rd? We take over Chicago and shit. the third of the worst cities to fucking live in.
God dang.
Dude, for real?
Now,
That
I'll tell you
place
right
is
now, Milwaukee
fucked up.
isn't that bad, though. Even though I'm talking about the
I don't
buses.
see it as that bad, but like, how bad does it gotta truly get then?
you
we
know-
have signs when you coming from Green Bay into Milwaukee. It's not the other way.
What does it say?
Because I can drive from
What does the sign
Chicago
say?
up here.
Tell
It
me.
says lock. I'll actually take a picture
No,
of
just
it.
tell me.
I'll take a picture of it. But right now it says, be careful. Lock your doors to your car. Milwaukee is dangerous. Don't trust
Oh,
anybody.
wow.
Shit
Wow.
like that. It is like, it's sad. You have signs
What
of
the fuck,
people
dude? There's
warning.
a sign saying that shit?
There's, yes.
When did this happen?
Oh, it's been like that for like the last year or yeah, about the last year or so.
Oh, wow.
Mike has been sending to me, talking to me about that shit.
You know, for me to get my license too, now I have to pay. It's not okay. It's one thing to make to find a person guilty under the legal limit, make them pay a ticket that's like $800. I think the ticket's like $800 or $700. But then you say you have to pay $325 to take a AODA assessment, and then even if you're under the legal limit and you're found guilty by a judge, you have to do 20 hours at MATC within a month to get your license back. And I actually paid the $325, so I can, so I paid it now. I'm supposed to go the 6th. I gotta do this the 20th of this month. I mean,
Your
I gotta
name
do
gets
this.
put in a system. They have it forever.
So they're making it so hard to where even if you want to get your license back with your first offense, you have to do 20 hours.
And you know what? It isn't just that though.
20 hours of school
It's
at
the-
MATC.
It's the fucking insurance that goes with it. And the insurance that goes with it. You better not buy a fucking red car. You better not buy a
everybody
red
shouldn't
sporty
buy a red
car.
car because red cars, that's a, and people who don't know that they're looked at as bullseyes, but it's the red cars because they're more likely to get into an accident. But
I don't
20
see how
hours.
you see them
Think of
fuckers
this.
coming a mile away.
20 hours of AOD of a class at MATC. You sit at MATC for 5 hours a day.
How many days?
You do it in 4. You can do it in 4 days, but it's
Yeah.
a total of 20 hours. You got to sit at MATC and to this class on AODA.
And they
Suck
show
up
you
your life.
pictures of accidents.
I don't need. The thing is, I don't need help. This is the government.
I seen some shit like that.
Re-education camp. Re-education without re-education, without calling it re-education. Brainwashing its citizens, telling them they
I
have
gotta
a
go.
problem.
Is it late?
Time to go. Yes.
Is it late? We had good talks.
Yeah.
Have good talks.
Had to put the time down.
Look at Rich. He's ready to roar on for some more. But we make it a 5-hour podcast. Who's going? I'd watch it. I'd watch it.
Well, this is
Michelle.
This is Ken.
This is Mike.
And this is Rich. And this is
The
Manwich
Show.
Show.
Joe.
Cho.
Later.
Cho. Bye
Till
bye
next
now.
time.
So goodbye for us. You have to say it, baby. And us in Texaco's. You wanna try, baby. I know you can. I know you're hard, and you will figure